Hello guys and welcome to the watch-along of Manchester United versus West Brom at the Hawthorns, not Old Trafford, at the Hawthorns today in the Premier League. Manchester United face the Big Sam's outfit, West Brom. I'm going to say it again, it's a must-win game. Every single game in the Premier League seems to be a must-win game, but as I've mentioned before, Manchester United could have a very, very good season this year without having to really win any big games, but that means they have to win these smaller games against teams like West Brom. West Brom with the worst goal difference in the league, Manchester United the top goal scorers in the league. We should win, right? Yeah, definitely should win. So make sure you're getting in the comments below and letting us know your score predictions ahead of today's game. If you want to feature on the watch-along and have your predictions right here, send in your predictions to Paddock @gmail.com. So here is some of your predictions as well as some familiar faces.
James here for Stretford. Paddock United taking on West Brom today at the Hawthorns. Very, very big game at the top of the Premier League, especially after Manchester City's big win yesterday in the league. That's definitely going to put the pressure on United to get results. They need to start winning these games now. It's as simple as that. Can't afford to be dropping points like they have done to sides like Sheffield United at the bottom of the Premier League. You need to be getting these results, and United have been playing really well recently. The results against Southampton, the results as well against other sides maybe have not been quite as good. A couple of draws here and there. The Everton game was a bit of a kick in the teeth, but I thought actually the performance in that game was really impressive, and it was annoying that United can push on and get that result. But in the FA Cup as well against West Ham, I thought United were okay. They got the result. That was the most important thing, and I think that is the most important thing now going into the last stretch of the season in these months, March, April, etc. United just need to win. It's kind of that simple, and to put pressure at City at the top, they just have to keep on getting results and grinding them out.
So we've got West Ham this week. Where do we begin? It's United. Can we win? Definitely. Can we lose? Yeah, we can. Is our defence good enough? No. So, yeah, I'm a bit apprehensive. I always go on about our defence when I do one of these. It's a bit frustrating, really, because I do think our defenders are good, but individually, but they don't seem to work together sometimes. It's a bit of a pain.
West Brom probably might make that quite difficult for United. Allardyce likes to set his teams up quite deep. He likes to put players behind the ball, and maybe that could frustrate United, but we've seen this season against sides where United normally would struggle against, the likes of Burnley, for example, they were getting results, so shouldn't really be much of a problem. West Brom got a couple of okay players, but United should have enough to see them off, so I'm going to say a comfortable 3-0 win to United.
Right, so this should be an easy game today. West Brom, not been playing well, not really clicked into Sam Allardyce yet, and yeah, we've got the quality to win this game, and we should be winning this game. And hopefully we'll see Diallo's debut. I really want to see him today. I really want to see us give us some creativity off the right, especially since Pogba's injured and we won't be seeing any creativity from deep. And I want to see Rashford playing. Cavani definitely playing. He's been getting so many shots. And against West Brom, who let so many chances go, I think he'll have an absolute field day and probably get a hat-trick. So I'm going to go with 4-0 United and hopefully a Cavani hat-trick.
As for the game, you'd like to think we'd beat West Brom. I mean, if we don't, we're in real trouble. So I'm going to go for, I'd say we'll score 3 goals, but I still think we'll concede. I'd like to say 3-1, but I think it's going to be more like a 3-2. I don't know. I'm hoping Cavani maybe gets one. I think Greenwood needs one, so if he got a couple, that'd be superb. But the way McTominay's on his form, I think he might get pep up with another one. So, yeah, I'll say Cavani, Greenwood, McTominay, 3-2, 3 points. Fingers crossed.
So thank you guys for sending in your predictions. Remember, paddockmatchday@gmail.com before every single Manchester United game. So this week we had Paddock Live with Jay Motti and Joe Smith. This happens every week, one of the nights of the week at 9 p.m. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell to find out when we are going live. 9 p.m. few of the weeknights a week. Here is Paddock Live with Jay Motti and Joe Smith.
So what's happened here is then some people have pretended to be his parents, and then they've gone over to Italy to get him and his brother, who there are even now claims that this lad who have gone over together with him, 11 and 14 I think they were, wasn't even his brother. So there's also that element to this where not only is it not his parents, or presumed to not be his parents, it isn't even his brother. So there's some adults who we don't know who they are, have taken some children who are not related, who have no real say in the matter. Well, I'm sure they have some say in the matter, but legally they don't because they're children, over to a foreign country to make them play football, presumably for the benefit of, I would guess, these false parents as much as anyone. If you depending where you read this, you say Sky there. I don't know if they have their comments turned on. They often don't. But you read this on the Daily Mail. You read this on.
The Daily Mail were right on this, mate. Don't you worry about that.
The way it's written is as though, look at this fraudulent young lad who's scammed his way into Italy, who's used one of them said used false parents, like he's used false parents.
There you go.
To get this of allegations.
Bogus parents.
But bogus parents. Oh, he's used bogus parents. Like this is his plot, his ploy.
Talk about victim
as an 11-year-old. And someone said before, why has he only been fined now? Because they waited till he was 18 to fine him, because he was a child until now. So not only have they literally fined the victim in all of this, they had to wait for 5 years or so to do it, because it was a child and you couldn't fine him until now.
This is unreal.
So that was Paddock Live with Jay Motti and Joe Smith. And also joining Jay Motti on Stretford Paddock this week was Dave Pritt with the Youth Review. And this is what he said about some recent performances from our younger stars.
Passed it to Shortire for Shortire to score a hat-trick. And it was every goal Shortire scored, it was assisted by Diallo as well. So a hat-trick of assists. You know, it's just poetry in motion, wasn't it?
I feel a bit sorry for Shortire because sometimes it's like all the attention is on Diallo, but obviously,
no,
I mean, people need to recognise
the first goal and his hat-trick goal were both plays in. He played it first time to score goals. They were good finishes, but yeah, not put on a plate, but it was there. Yeah. The header was something else, you know, the run he made. So he played really well, really, Shortire. And then you're thinking, right, we got the winner now, but Diallo gets a ball, gives it to Shortire. He then gives it to Charlie McCann, who looped it to Fernandez, who pulled it back to the person who started with, Diallo, and he scored the 6 to make it 6-4. It was mental.
Raining goals in Lee.
Yeah, and one thing to mention as well, that was the last goal of the game, so we did win 6-4. But
Is that it?
Yeah, I know.
Pathetic.
And, being 4-2 down to win 6-4,
disgrace.
Should have been 10.
Yeah, exactly.
But one thing to note was Diallo's link up, like I say, with Shortire and especially Hannibal towards the end when we were 6-4 up. They were messing about with it on the right hand side, one touch passing back heels.
I've seen some of this online. There was a few clips doing the rounds.
You look at it and it was great to see, and you're thinking, oh, they must have worked on this. But then you find out that Diallo's not actually trained with any of the 23s at all. He's only trained with the first team.
So that was the Youth Review with Dave Pritt. Not only is that available on our YouTube channel, but it's also a podcast that is available on all podcast services, whether that's iTunes, whether that's Spotify, Deezer, all of them, Google Store, whatever you want to listen to your podcast on. All you've got to do is click the pod follow link in the description below. We are here from now all the way through until the final whistle. You see all your favourite faces on Stretford Paddock today. We'll also have reviews after the game. We'll have fan cams. We'll also have 7 reasons why the following day. So make sure you are staying locked to Stretford Paddock. But for now, let's go over and have a look at that team news.
Yes, guys, what's going on? Make sure you head over to stretfordpaddock.bigcartel.com. Check out all the new merch. Remember, members get 10% off. Go and do it now. See you later.
Oh, here we go.
Hi.
All right, so
Yes.
it's Steve. You know what time it is? It's about
It's not Chico time.
39 minutes past 12.
Great time of day to be doing a game. How nice is it to be coming into the office in daylight to do a match?
Well, I did see a stat the other day which United are about to play their first game in daylight since August, and I'm going,
That's not true.
that can't be true. It feels like that, but it can't be true.
It is. We've not played a game in daylight since Boxing Day, when they
But
decided.
that finishes in the dark, so is that what it means?
No, Boxing Day didn't finish in the dark because we had to get here at 9:30 after Christmas Day. Remember that?
No.
That was fun.
Slept since then.
Slept since then. So that's the only time we've played in daylight since Leicester City.
Wowzers.
It was a 12 o'clock kick-off on Boxing Day. Great idea.
And then next week's, 5:15, and then 8 o'clock again?
Yeah, back to normal again. It's great, isn't it?
Cheers, because my 2-year-old knows that I've worked late.
Yeah, so it's good fun. It's all good fun. Anyway, West Brom today.
Southampton look good.
Southampton, considering they got beat 9-0 the other day.
Well, haven't they lost like 4 or 5 games on the spin?
Yeah, and then
Including getting absolutely blasky-booed by United.
yeah, and then losing to Newcastle with 9 men who are they're not a good team, Newcastle, are they? But
No.
Southampton, a weird team.
Some
Danny Ings
patterns,
helps.
some patterns today I've seen. They look really good.
I mean,
I've been
I think
impressed.
injuries
They look good.
injuries killed them.
Just get a comment up.
Yeah, let's do that. Injuries killed
I was
them.
thinking what's changed. What's changed is Cameron broke the telly.
I don't think it was Cameron. But we're going to blame Cameron, but it could have been anyone really. Someone broke the telly, so we don't have a comment screen anymore.
So I'm going to have to get him on me. Dog
So,
and bone.
yeah, so we're getting them on the phone. We can have a chat with you guys. But yeah, yesterday.
What have you had for dinner?
What have we had? It's not. I've not had anything yet.
I've not even had breakfast.
But yesterday, there's a few games got played. City played the night, but you know, I'm not talking about that because apart from saying that Tottenham are really poo, aren't they?
Do you know what was good is like I've been through trauma. I experienced trauma.
And you watch.
I reconciled with my trauma. And I'm reading people saying the same sort of shit that we said. Just individual mistakes.
Paul Nairobi's gone for it. He's fell for the Mourinho thing. It's gone. It's them. And I felt like that with. I watched a bit of McKola on that other show that he does.
One with no subscribers.
No subscribers.
It's only a little show.
Only a little one. That little show.
It's like a start-up.
Yeah. If you want to check it out,
grassroots YouTube channel called The Kickoff.
Yeah. So I had a bit of watch of that, and he was going on and they're saying. Yeah, but and they're all saying, yeah, but these players aren't good enough. These defenders aren't good enough. That's why he's sitting back. I'm going.
No, the 11's belting.
I'm just going. I've heard this before.
Yeah.
I've heard. It's exactly the same. He said
Exactly the same.
It's They're not attacking because the defenders are shit. But we've got good attackers. Why don't you just attack? No, you can't do that. You've just got to defend it. It's all the same.
Well, you can, and you could be second in the league like we were before Leicester won, because that's what you do. You play to your strengths. You go. Our defence ain't all that. Let's go score all the goals.
And I know that Ollie came in and had a bit of a dive off towards the end. But he came in with that same team and went, fuck it, let's score goals again. It's fun.
First game, 5-1.
First game, 5, done. Like, people watching Tottenham, I do feel bad.
That's it. So I experienced your trauma, Tottenham fans.
And it's the same.
Yeah, and
not that many
seeing
watching.
the journalists saying the same things, it's fantastic. What are you looking at?
He's not. He said, but he did a little bit under Chelsea but they had very good players.
How's Lampard doing, Cameron?
Lampard's not there. Let's not talk about Chelsea.
So yeah, I watched a bit of that, and then when I seen how good City was, decided I wasn't watching that anymore.
I mean, City were good, but the other thing is, Tottenham gave them 3 goals. Like the first goal was a penalty, he just booted him. The second one, Gundogan just said, "I was just going to walk through all you lot. You need to put a tackle in." And the last one. Keeper's booted up and Davinson Sanchez got lost on his own football pitch. Completely lost. So they were good.
Just fucking long ball merchants, what they are, Paul.
Exactly. And then
a game I did enjoy, though.
Was it the early kick-off?
Might have been.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Might have been, yeah.
Yeah, they were all excited for a bit. They scored a goal. Firmino did like a little Cruyff turn thing in the box.
Yeah, it was really good. And I was sitting there going, fuck's sake. And then, it was the free kick the first one, wasn't it?
That's
belting. After all the is in, he isn't, for me, well, that was a pen.
It was, yeah.
Because the line counts.
Yeah, it should do, but it wasn't. So
it's weird that because the whole ball has to cross the whole line for it to be a goal.
But the whole person needs to be over the line.
No, you don't need to. Like, you just have to be on the line. Like, it's so like.
I don't get it.
That's why you can't really use VAR because some things are not absolute. And you treat them like absolutes. One thing that is the ball crossing the line, which is why the goal line technology, apart from that one time it didn't work, has worked every time. Yep. So like 60% of the time it works every time. Yep. But apart from that, every other rule or law of the game is kind of open to interpretation, especially when it comes to fouls. What was his intention? Yeah. Well, you don't know what his intention was, unless it's Roy Keane, and then you know what his intention was.
But anyway, so there was that, and then they scored the second goal, which was great fun because Howson got lost again with Paddock. That was good fun. Just took him out. Great.
That was shocking. That
horrendous.
That was some like under 14s. Everything's not alright at home sort of shit. That
horrendous, and then the third goal was great fun. But yeah, have you ever been happier to be overtaken by someone in the league?
No.
That was great fun because Liverpool winning actually keeps us a bit of a gap. But But at the same time, I think top 4 wise, that was a massive boost yesterday. Chelsea can go level on points with Liverpool today. Yeah, tomorrow.
Liverpool, they need Everton to do a right fucking smashing. Liverpool can go down to 7th. Now, with some of the games in hand, they can drop as far as 9th, I believe. But you need some
That
serious
applies,
fucking
that
like.
means Everton has to beat City, which
Yeah,
is a bit.
you need some serious fucking CSI lines drawing for all
Yeah.
that lot to happen. But in a nutshell, they can end up in 6th or 7th by Monday.
Yeah, which would be funny, which would be great. So
And this time you've got to say he's got to go.
it's harsh.
He threw the towel in on the league yesterday.
He did say that. He did say that after his press conference. And look, there's a lot of stuff going on with it, with Klopp, and they've, what he's, with his mum and stuff, and everyone. There's a lot going on with that.
With the league probably being gone, if he's struggling to cope, which is fully fucking understandable if he is. I mean, Pep lost a parent, didn't he? In this, I think it was.
Yeah.
If you're struggling to cope, there's no fucking shame in that.
No.
And I don't think anyone at Liverpool would have a drama if he goes, you know what, I'm going to have to fuck off to Germany for a couple of weeks, be with family.
Yeah.
And they'd have gone, cool.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone sees their ass with that.
No.
So I'd have no fucking drama with him doing that whatsoever. There was some talk of him throwing the towel in completely last night. I thought that was bollocks. It turns out it's bollocks.
Henry Witter put a tweet out just sort of backing Klopp and saying, look, what he's done for the club and everything that's gone on and it kind of felt like it was the preamp to say he's stepping away for a few weeks. And I kind of thought that was coming, but I don't think he'll do. I just don't think he will. I just don't think he's that kind of person that wants to just step away for a few weeks.
If the league's gone, yeah, but maybe he needs it.
Maybe he needs it, but at the same time, look.
Let's be honest. We'll be honest, don't we? Like fucking lockdown's been brutal.
Yeah. On that, footballing wise, things have gone wrong there, and I think that there's a lot of Liverpool fans going back and saying, look, you have to buy. United did it so well for years. You buy when you're on top. You buy a player in, elevates the squad. That's what happens. That's what does well. Whereas what they've not done is they've not done that. And at the same time they say, well, we've had three centre halves injured all season. No one's ever had that.
You only have 3 fucking centre halves.
Yeah, but here's the thing: number one, you've only had 3. And number two of them have been injury prone. Joe Gomez has done his knee multiple times. Matip has been injured multiple times. Only Van Dijk's the one that's been pretty good throughout his career. Yes, the Van Dijk one is a bit of a freak injury that happened off a tackle, but the other two are, you've got to expect that one of those is going to get injured for the season. They've done it for the last 3. Like, it's not new. Matip hasn't played 90 games in a row and now been injured.
Look at United. We've had injuries to 4 centre halves this season. Axel Tuanzebe, Phil Jones, don't laugh, Rojo and Baye. But guess what? We got 6.
But here's
not
thing.
including the likes of Mengi and
But not just that. If we'd have started the season and our only 3 senior centre halves were Harry Maguire, Eric Bailly and Phil Jones, everyone would have gone, what are you doing, lads?
Yeah, because Maguire might make the season.
Maguire's going to play the season because he does that. But Phil Jones ain't doing
the
it.
The other 2, stop it.
Bailly's not going to do it. You can't blame that. And at the same time as well, the reason that you had Rennie on your Howson's Brew a few weeks ago. He talked about how he would rotate the team early on in the season to then play the team in full at the last few weeks of the season because that would win us leagues and that would do well in the cups. It would allow us to do well in the Champions League. That's what made that team so great, is that they had a squad, they could rotate, they could do all that stuff. He's not done that for 3 years now. This was always going to... You can't physically do that.
This is the pattern he set at Dortmund.
Yeah.
He ran the legs off some people, and when it went tits up for him at Dortmund, it went tits up for him at Dortmund. So you can't say, oh, it was unlucky. No, it's not unlucky. It's a fucking pattern. You've run these players into the ground. You've not rotated. Manchester United found success towards the back end of last season by playing a similar 11. In fact, I think it was the same 11 for more games than any other time since 1993 was the last time that United had played the same 11 on consecutive games. Now, what happened? The fucking arse fell out of that team, didn't it?
Yep.
It died. So, you can't say... Like, the modern game is so different to, like, in the 70s when you would have 14 players and win a double, right?
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore.
And you make 1 sub a week.
Yeah, if that.
At best.
And that was only because someone pissed you off. Like, you can't do that no more because there's more midweek games, there's more travel, and the game is about twice as intense. They run further, and they do that distance at a higher pace. If you go and watch any game from the 60s or 70s, see how often they walk.
Yeah, they have to.
I think Saturday League is more fucking distance covered now than them games.
It's madness. And
the game's changed.
Yeah, it has, and I think that the managing of squads is not even looked at, and I think that this over-reliance on these 2 competitions, the Premier League and the Champions League, discredits how good Fergie and stuff and how well he managed squads, because you look at even the 2010, because I was looking at it as well, saying, well, United have never done it without injuries. Well, look at the season after Ronaldo left. You lost Rooney halfway through the season. You had Vidic played 24 games. Ferdinand played 24 games. We finished second in that league, 1 point behind Chelsea. We won the League Cup. We got to the quarterfinals of the Champions League.
Can I just say,
and that was a horrendous
bogus offside as well.
Bogus offside.
They won it by bogus offside.
They won it by bogus offside. That was managing a squad at that time. That wasn't our best squad ever. It was one of the probably a very, very poor squad.
Let me just pull this one up for you. So, I don't know why, but for some reason now, there seems to be this trend of, I know why, it's Scousers, it's what they do. Scousers have been going, look at Roy Keane's mentality when United lost Ferdinand in 2004 and we didn't retain the league. Okay, well, for starters, that was a team in between two like, who wins a title with a transition team? Fergie did. Because that 2003 team didn't know what it was.
It didn't
have its own identity, and it was kind of like squished between two eras. Now, I'm going to read you out a starting 11. The 28th of February 2004, Manchester United played Fulham. This team didn't play loads of games, but this was typical of the kind of 11 United was playing in this season, right? Because we had injuries all over the fucking show, and we had Rio had been suspended. Now, are you ready for this fucking lineup? I don't know if you're ready for this lineup. Let's pull United.
Well, let me try and guess some. I'll try and guess some. 2004. So I'm going to go.
Give me the keeper. Let's start in defence.
Keeper, I'm going to go for Roy Carroll.
Correct. Give me the back four.
Wes Brown.
Yep.
John O'Shea.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't know this, by the way, so I'm doing well so far. Laurent Blanc.
Nope.
Shit. Silvestre.
Nope.
Wasn't Irwin, he'd gone.
Right, you're thinking of defenders. We didn't have defenders, so think outside the box.
Okay. Roy Keane playing?
Correct, centre half.
God, I can't else think who else.
Quinton Fortune.
Left back.
A back four of Quinton Fortune, Roy Keane, Wes Brown and John O'Shea. With Roy Carroll in there. That won a fucking league. Right? Give me the midfield.
Nicky Butt.
No.
Giggs.
No.
Scholes.
Yes.
Beckham.
No. He'd gone by then.
2004, yeah, he'd gone. Luke Chadwick.
No.
We are struggling here.
Right, it was a 4-3-3.
Ronaldo in there?
It was a 4-3-3. Ronaldo did play, but people are going, oh, you had Cristiano Ronaldo. No, we had Cristiano Ronaldo, not Cristiano Ronaldo. We had this fucking little shrimping show pony with silver boots on and shit hair.
He couldn't cross a ball. He refused to cross a ball. He refused to cross.
Scored about 4 goals all year in Knobhead.
Yeah.
Anyway, the midfield was Fletcher, and Fletcher was shit at the time.
And he was 17.
Yeah. This is the time where people go, has he got a picture of Fergie shagging dogs?
Yeah, this was...
How's he getting a game? He's garbage. Paul Scholes, who was blind at the time, I don't know if you remember that.
He literally was blind.
And Phil Neville. So that was a midfield three. The forward three, Forlan, Saha and Show Pony Ronaldo. Like, why didn't United retain the title from that very good Arsenal team that did loads of draws? That was why.
Yeah.
Because that team was shit.
Yeah, it was. And I think that the other thing is that United fans aren't picking up on...
Jemba and Belly on the bench.
The thing is, United fans aren't picking up on the fact that... Well, we are picking up on the fact that Liverpool have bottled it. And the thing is that it's because of this is the greatest team known to man.
That's why they're getting it.
That's
mentality monsters.
Mentality monsters. The fact that they've even thought about doing a combined fucking 11 with the 99 team and the 2008 team. And people are getting offended when people are coming on going, only Van Dijk gets into them. Anyway, none of them. That's it. One of them. That's all you're getting.
Getting at that.
And even still, you can argue that.
Yeah, I would.
Well, Steve McLaren came in and said, I'd maybe take Van Dijk. But that's it. The rest of them stay. And people going, that's not true. I'm like, look, this team did it for 3 years on the bounce. That was the greatest team.
And it was European 2006 at the same time. We didn't take pictures of it because we had one in the back. We won them in the same season.
Yeah. And we won the League Cup in both of them, which Klopp hasn't got past the fucking last fifth round of. And he's not gone past the fifth round of the
When
FA
you're talking
Cup.
about the greatest Premier League era teams, for me it's 2008. And I think that was because at the time I thought the Premier League was the strongest it's been.
Absolutely.
There was an English team in consecutive finals year after year after year. And in 2008 it was 2 English teams.
Yeah.
So that tells me that English football is pretty fucking strong.
The only other team that potentially gets up there, if they do well in Europe this season is that City team. I think they start to get into that question
We've got
by
to retain
doing
it again.
about retaining it, but by doing 3 out of the last 4 years, if they do it, and if they do well in Europe, it's a very good achievement. And I think that starts to elevate them up to that level.
If they do a double, they're the 4th best Premier League team.
Yeah.
And I'll give you the 3rd in a minute. So the 2nd best Premier League team is the 1999 team.
Yeah.
It won 3. 3 titles on the bounce. Obviously, it won in Europe. It wasn't as convincing, I don't think. The treble team was my favourite team, but I don't think it was as convincing and like great at the back. Even though it had good players, it wasn't as great at the back or as dominant maybe as the 2008 side was.
And it wasn't a star. You know, you think about that front four of United's in that era. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And like I said, that 2009-2010 season, you lost all those players. We didn't.
There was no massive drop-off.
There was no massive drop-off, and we lost Tevez, Ronaldo, and we had an injury to Rooney, and we still finished
5 minutes to team news.
5 minutes to team news. Before we do that, we're going to cut quickly.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
I'm going to finish off telling you who the 3 greatest Premier League era teams are. Because the 3rd is the 93-94 team.
I know.
Right. And it would have done better in Europe, but for the foreigner rule.
Yeah, but you're telling me that. I know that,
No,
because
I'm
you
not
tell
telling
me
you.
every second day.
All right, I'm telling you through the conduit of our lovely people at home. Like the video, I'm going to punch Alex in the chops.
Don't do that. Can't do that because of COVID.
Is that a
exactly.
COVID thing?
That's a legal thing.
Bastard. I'll hit him with a bat. Where is my bat, by the way?
Don't know where Steve's bat is. He also had like a chopping board that could have been used as a bat. We've hid that as well. So Steve has no...
More like an arse paddle.
Yeah. So we've hidden things from Steve.
What's Alan Shearer come as?
Alan Shearer's on...
Looks like he's a fucking extra from Peaky Blinders.
It's
Right, let's see what you guys are saying. The 2018 versus the 2012 team. What?
What?
No.
Batters them. Like 4-0.
Diallo to start.
No.
James, I wouldn't have thought so, pal. 2018 basically won a treble. We won that Portsmouth game. Yeah, we would have won a treble.
We didn't.
It's fucking bullshit. If VAR was around,
Who would have?
tell you what, we'd have had about another 3 titles. Bastards. The Centurions. No. The 98, I don't give a fuck how many points you get. You won a domestic treble, great. You didn't win it in Europe. They retained the title, I'll give them that. But you never won 3 in a row.
No, look, 3 in a row is the achievement of doing it 3 years in a row.
You also spent about £1 billion on centre-halves. You've got more fucking centre-halves than a centre-half factory. I don't know.
You could lend
I thought I
Liverpool
had
a
something
few
better than
and not even, they wouldn't even worry.
Yeah. Nathan Ake. Remember him when he signed? Has he been injured?
Yeah, he's been injured.
But do you know what I mean? Like, they've had a fucking centre-half that no one even, like, where's he? Where's Laporte?
He's played
Injured.
yesterday. He played yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah.
I thought he was
Instead
injured.
of Diaz.
All right, so well, there you go. John Stones, he took 3 years off. He only started playing again about fucking 2 months ago. Since City
And
signed
I said
him.
yesterday, I said we've been...
Who else have they got? They got more. They got so many fucking centre-halves.
Kyle Walker doesn't play anymore. Paid 50 million for him. He just doesn't play anymore.
Oh man, they've spent 50 million on too many centre-halves that don't play. Fullbacks even that don't play.
It's
Team news in about 2 minutes.
2 minutes to go to the team news. Who do you think in your team? Go on, run us through it quickly. Because it's a tough one because I think that we'd have got. I think
the back four's obvious.
Because there's not much else.
But I would go with Hendo in net because I reckon Big Sam's been touching himself looking at videotape of De Gea thinking, how am I going to target him?
I'm going to put that ball there
Right
every
there,
single
he ain't
cross.
coming for it.
No.
So I would go with Dean Henderson. I don't expect him to go with Dean Henderson. And I think you've got to go with McTominay and Fred because I don't think you've necessarily got too many options in terms of who you go with in midfield. Obviously Bruno. And yes, you could play Van Dijk, but I think...
Van der Beek.
Sorry, yeah. Did I say Van Dijk?
Van Dijk, yeah.
It's in my
You
head.
could play him.
Talking about centre-halves. You could play Van Dijk, but he died. So you'd have to play Donny van der Beek instead. And he's Dutch, but I don't think Ollie is having him. And I also don't think he's got 60 minutes in the tank.
And I also don't think you put him on the other day, and I said, and people saying, well, he was doing runs that people. No, you've got to. Yeah. And you've got to pull up trees in training. You've got to be booting people. You've got to be flying. If you want...
Be undeniable.
This is the thing. If you want to be in a team over Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, go and start throwing people about in training.
Yeah.
Go and start
Here's
booting
what I've
people.
not heard. Donny van der Beek's doing extra training. Not heard that.
And look, this is the thing is that...
He might be, but I've not heard it.
And I fucking tweeted
You
this yesterday. Cancelo yesterday, I watched him and went, wow, how good is he? He played 17 times for City last year in the Prem. Donny van de Beek's played 12 for United. He'll have more appearances than Cancelo.
Yeah.
It takes time for some players to just adjust to living in England. Like
Fabinho, Keita.
Didn't
They paid about fucking 140 million for the pair of them two. You never seen them.
No, but this is the thing: is you just let them bed into the team, and then next season, when he's needed, he'll play.
Up front, I would go with Mason of Greenwood, Cavani, and Rashford. But the lineup is here, so we'll give you the actual lineup in a sec. I'll read a super chat in the meantime. Bryson says, when City wins the league, do we really care? It's a plastic team with no history. For me, they need 15 titles for me to care. I don't care because there's no honour in it. You're a fucking billionaire's plaything. I don't care. I don't care for you. Like, the money guarantees the success. Like, if they'd have done the sort of stuff that we'd seen like Sheffield United do, or even what, let's say, Brian Clough did with Nottingham Forest, you have to go, fuck me, that's amazing. But when the fact that he's replaced £50 million fullbacks with £50 million fullbacks and then fucked them off and brought in another £50 million fullback, you go, of course you could have won. I would have been fucking mint with that.
Exactly. Right, so this is the Manchester United team. Fortunately, David De Gea is back in goal for Manchester.
The back four.
It is the back four, so Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, and Luke of Shaw.
McTominay, Fred, Rashford, Cavani, Marshall. Why is Tony Marshall still getting games?
Martial getting games, which people...
What annoys me more about that is not the fact Martial's getting games, is that it moves Rashford, who's struggling with form, because he keeps getting fucking shunted around in different positions.
I agree, I completely agree. I think that...
And he's still being effective when he's getting shunted around.
He is.
Watch how effective he would be if he was given the same thing.
If he was playing on the left, I would have preferred that. Same thing. The one thing today, though, it's that team, whether the Rashford's on the right or on the left, should go out and beat West Brom.
Notch says, we've been accused of buying success, but it's with our own generated money. Not only that, Notch, you remember what happened to City in the 90s? If you don't, they got relegated. City outspent United in the 90s. Liverpool outspent United in the 90s. Tottenham and Newcastle outspent United in the 90s. And how many titles have we won in the 90s? Oh, yeah, virtually all of them.
Virtually all of them. We were pretty good. Look, I said, the thing is...
Why is he playing Rashford on the fucking right, man? Jesus!
I don't... There's got to be something with Mason, maybe. Mason maybe going to get started in the week and stuff like that. Maybe manage him a little bit. I don't know. Maybe...
Play Tony on the right. He's the guy out of form. He's the one that needs to work his way back into the finger. Yeah. How about... he's right-footed.
Yeah.
It's not like he's saying... I think it just makes the whole team distracted.
I'm sure there'll be loads of people mentioning Donny van de Beek, how he's not playing today. But like I've said, I don't think he did enough on Tuesday night in terms of just his running. Like, for as much as everyone said, he was running in behind, he was doing this, he was blowing out of his arse after an hour. Like, if you're doing that against West Ham in the Cup when they didn't really care...
10 minutes before they took him off, he was dead.
He was dead. You could see that. So I think that put him in the Premier League against West Brom, a team who were fighting, they're not that good. They're not very good. You should beat them, but they're going to fight you today. You can't have...
Oh, here we go.
Go on.
See, I literally said this in my preview.
Go on.
Andy Teals dropped in a super chat. Cheers for that, but I am going to rip your comment to pieces. Why would you go with two holding midfielders against a team that's going to sit behind the ball? McTominay's not really a holding midfielder. And the position he's going to take up isn't really that of a holding midfielder. The reason you would go with McTominay over Donny is, one, there's a goal threat in McTominay, which is undeniable at the moment. Two, you're probably going to need everyone over 6 foot that you can muster.
Yep.
Because all they're going to do is launch it into the box. And if, like, you go, oh, it's West Brom, they're shit. That's how that complacency and that arrogance is how you lose games. When you go, they're shit, bollocks to them, we'll just do what we want. That's how you lose 1-0 or draw 0-0 and go, what happened there? And you have to, he's a threat in both boxes. He's someone that's going to cover because they're going to break. You've got to deal with Pereira. You have to look at the threats that they're going to offer, and you have to be able to overcome them. And I mean, I'd mind have seen us being playing a bit more expansive in midfield. But who the fuck are you going to play? And you're literally Donny van de Beek or Juan Mata. Does he even know he still plays for the club?
Juan Mata isn't even on the bench again today, and he wasn't on the bench.
Who's the rest of the bench there?
We've got Henderson, we have Tellez, Eric Bailly back on the bench after a bit of a layoff. Good to see him back.
So who in that bench there do you bring in instead?
Wanzabi, Williams, James, Matic, Van der Beek.
Is Van der Beek, who we already know can't play more than an hour. So he's not going to play Donny van der Beek. Also, up against the 6 foot land of the giant Sunday League team that West Brom are, right? He's going to get bullied because they target this little child-looking motherfucker that he is, and they would bully him. It's not two holding midfielders. Scott McTominay's not a holding midfielder. He's a box-to-box midfielder. I will give you he's more defensively minded. He's certainly not Pirlo when it gets on the ball. He's got levels and gears to go through on the ball. He ain't that good when he's doing it. But I can completely understand. Like, do you honestly think that's two holding midfielders? What the fuck do people watch? Are they holding midfielders on FIFA? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Are they CDMs on FIFA? Go fuck yourself.
He's only 79 rated, so he's shit.
I'm going to leave.
The other thing is, you've got Paul Pogba, who is injured.
Yeah.
Would have started today. There's no
Undoubtedly.
doubt.
It'd have been Pogba and Fred.
It would have been Pogba and Fred, but today he's not there. He's injured. He's out for, could be up to 3 or 4 weeks.
Someone's put, why is he shouting? That gets commented a lot.
It gets said in the office a lot. Why is he shouting? Mainly because he's deaf. One of the things is he's deaf, and he's also just loud. And he's also sat in the room by himself in a little glass box, and no one can hear him. The other thing is that when you actually try to shout, you don't go louder when you try to shout. It's weird. When you try to shout on a football pitch, you don't go as loud as when you just had a rant there. It's weird. It's very, very odd. Go on. Any more comments, Steve? No more comments. So Steve has now decided instead of shouting, he's going to go completely silent.
And he orders some food. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry as well. David De Gea in goal. That is one of the contentious decisions, but I wasn't expecting anything different. I thought he was going to come back in. I think Henderson's going to play in the next couple of weeks with Sociedad.
Yeah, I'm not shocked, but I wouldn't. Like, if he'd have switched that, I think that'd have been like pretty switched on.
If he'd have switched that, I think it'd have gone. He's now thinking whether De Gea's is. He's questioning whether De Gea is his first choice now. I think if he'd have switched it today, but I still think he sees him as first choice. Luke Shaw coming back in for Tellez, who played in the week. Tellez had a good game in the week. Did very well. Did a lot of good defensive work as well as going forward.
He had the sort of game that people had the dicks out for Luke Shaw having.
He did.
That was telling me he's the best in the world when he was having, and I was like, what? Not really. No. This is an alright game.
Luke Shaw has.
It's not worth getting overreactionary about in either direction.
It was a good game. Wan-Bissaka playing every game by the looks of things. He came off after 90 minutes and went straight down the tunnel in midweek. I think that was because of Aaron, you're playing 90 minutes today whether we've finished or not, and then
go get an ice bath.
And then you're going to get an ice bath. That was it in the week.
I do think, have you seen what Ethan's been doing at Milton Keynes Dons?
It's pushing people.
He's taking the fucking piss, Alex.
He is.
Fair play to Ethan.
He's
absolutely smashing it. He's coming into the box. Put it this way, if he's doing that in the Premier League, he's winning all the penalties because his close control looks better than I've seen it look playing junior football.
Yeah.
He's coming into the box. He's fucking obliterating 3 dudes and getting crosses in.
Yeah.
I think he might be getting, this is between us lot on here, right? He's getting a little bit frustrated with people missing all the shots he keeps putting into the box.
Yeah.
But he's making a lot of fucking chances.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is a kid at 16, in the under-16s, had scored 22 fucking goals from left back. It's not like they play 40 games a season either.
No.
It's pretty much a goal a game he was getting from left back.
And I think that if he can stay fit for the rest of the season and then come into a pre-season next year, I think that Ollie's obviously looking at another right back because there was the rumours about Trippier and about Aarons over January. Yeah. I think that was real. I think they were looking at that.
There's been a brief about centre-halves, seeing as though we just got linked in the last week
to 7 of them.
Yeah.
I think so. I think there's definitely a centre-half thing. I think that Eric Bailly, whatever's happened in these last 3-4 weeks, I think that before that, I think Eric Bailly was going, okay, I can step up here, I can do this. Yeah. And everyone was going...
There was a rumour he crashed his car and that's why he's out.
And you kind
Which
of
is the most Eric Bailly thing ever.
Yeah, but you kind of go, is that something that you kind of go, look, we can't be fucking dealing with this anymore? And even in the case of...
Because you're a fucking professional athlete, I expect you to make yourself available. The best ability is availability.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah. Good cliche.
What a quote. It's good that. And I think that maybe he's just gone, we're done.
And you can see Eric Bailly just fucking up and crashing a car. Now, if it was Phil Jones, he's crashed it through the front of his garage instead of putting it in reverse. He's a fucking ball bag. And he's injured himself that way.
Probably, yeah. His mum did that one.
Phil Jones definitely got like a tennis ball on a string in his garage, hasn't he?
He's definitely got something on his garage wall saying, make sure you put it in reverse.
Yeah, he also has rubber plates at home.
Not this way.
Peter Kelly's dropped in a super chat. Loves a super chat, does Peter Kelly. Says, corners are going to be heart-in-mouth stuff. Don't trust De Gea on them. The Stennis line and struggle to deal with them crosses too. He's yellow.
Yeah, I don't trust De Gea. I also don't trust the fact that Maguire, Lindelof, I've not seen them organise a good corner this season and managed to get into the position of... I still think that there's that Rene talks about this on your podcast. We also used to have one of our best header of the balls free, not marking. You've got someone like Cavani now. Surely he does.
Coming to Paddock FC next
Surely he does that job. Stands at the front post and just goes, Edison, that ball, clear people out, head it, get rid of it. And they've not done that yet. And that's where I worry as much as I do with David De Gea.
There was so much in that Rennie podcast, so I was like, okay.
And I'm hoping it was so much that Ollie was going, I can take a bit of that. It's same kind of. It's the things that you worry about.
No, I hope he wasn't fucking taking those. I hope he went like, boop, 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 boop. Whatever hello is in Norwegian.
Yeah.
Stephen Showers says, hello.
It is hello.
He says, is it hello?
Yeah.
Unoriginal bastards.
Yeah.
He goes, would you give Donny some time in the 23s? Would you?
I think he needs some kind of game time. He needs something. I don't know whether 23s football helps. I think it needs to be just him. I think he needs to be the one that does it. I think he needs to be one that puts the effort in.
Is that a penalty?
I think it's looking like a penalty to Wolves there.
The camera is right in the centre of where I'm looking at the TV, so I can't see.
Let's have a quick look.
For me, absolutely, Stephen, I would stick him in the 23s. People need to get rid of this stigma that going in the 23s is a bad thing. You're a professional footballer paid to play football. He's 23, by the way. Go play 23s, because what does he need at the minute? Game time, fitness. Guess what, fuckface? In you go.
I think so. But I also think that he has to be doing more himself. I think it needs to be as much as Ollie trying to force him into the team.
So he did. Donny van der Beek's 184 centimetres tall.
He's dead tall, Donny van der Beek. He's like 6'2".
He looks 5'8".
He's not. He's 6'2". I was shocked about this when he signed, because when you see all the pictures of him, you think,
look at that.
Little lad.
Fucking ball boy's a bit keen, isn't he?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
But he's 6'2" or something like that. He's massive.
I don't know if I believe you.
Well, that's the case.
Fine. Sam Drew says, I'd prefer to see Axel given more time in matches. I think we have a real player there. Match fitness is key. I mean, how do you go from having the performance that he had in Paris and then being like pretty clumsy in the three cameos he's had since?
He has, and I think that, like you said, they are cameos. They're not a run in the team. I think that's the potential excuse you could have for him. But
loads of people saying he's 6 foot.
He's 6 foot.
And then Duncan's just put, well, he plays like he's 5'8".
Yeah, there you go. Twanzebe's a weird one. I think that he probably would have got more time with Bailly injured. I think that
100 appearances for Fred today.
Wow. I think the one thing about Twanzebe, I think that the game he had against Sheffield United and then the subsequent abuse that was horrendous, I think that Ollie wanted to take him out of the firing line completely. I think he would have played maybe against West Ham. I think he'd have played more minutes. I think he would have fit in where Eric Bailly's not played, where you need someone with a bit of pace, a bit more aerial presence that Victor Lindelof doesn't have. I think he would have played, but I think that everything in the fallout from that Sheffield United game, I think, made Ollie go, number one, it wasn't the best performance, but number two, I need to protect him a little bit at the minute. I think there was too much.
Has he anyone in training yet?
Twanzebe?
No.
Ollie?
No.
Don't think so.
Not even like a quick jab to the throat around.
No, I think he'll have just told someone to fuck off on the training pitch.
Never come back.
Just go. Just go and sit in there.
It might sound like Shmelaku.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of that. But I don't think so. I don't think that's been quite necessary just yet. But I won't mind it. If it's necessary, punch him in the face. So.
What rating do I give Fred for his career at United so far, says Stefan? 6.
Out of 10, yeah. I was going to go 3 out of 5. Don't know why I was out of 5, but that's the same kind of thing.
What would you give him out of 7?
Out of 7, 4. On the better side. Out of 7, he's on the better side, but not quite that good. I think he's been all right. Been nothing special. He's had very good performances. He's had very poor performances, but again, it's where he fits in. I think that the problem was that we didn't sign anyone else that summer, so there's a lot of pressure on Fred to come in and do stuff. Realistically, he's going to be a squad player.
How dare you say we didn't sign anyone? We signed Diallo and Lee Grant.
Yep, Lee Grant has played.
What a window that was, by the way. No wonder Jose called everyone a see you next Tuesday.
And yeah. No wonder that all went very well the next season. Madness.
Am I worried about fatigue after playing 120 minutes midweek?
Shouldn't do. Jose used it as an excuse after thingy game, said I was dead impressed because they kept going. Like the professional football. But Tuesday, long enough rest. Ollie spoke about it in the week. He said we've actually been able to do a rest day and still got the same amount of training we've had to be able to do in, which we've not had for a long, long time. Next week, that goes back to you ain't getting that again. So there shouldn't be any fatigue. I think there was enough rotation in midweek to do that. I think you Cavani, Bruno. I think McTominay didn't start the whole game. Didn't play. I think there was enough time to go on. Tube chat.
Yeah. I don't even know where to start with this.
Okay.
Fucking witch.
Go on.
So he says, let me get this straight. 2 guys with boy caps on. Boy caps?
Yeah, caps. Go on.
As opposed to girl caps? What the fuck hell? What do you mean by boy caps?
I think mine is unisex. You can do what you want.
I think we advertise these as unisex.
Yeah, do what
and
you want.
one size fits all.
Yeah, there you go.
Unless you've got a P-head.
So there's start. Next.
So there's 2 fucking wrong straight away. Who haven't run 5 kilometres a day in their life.
Oh, I did it actually
Today,
this morning. Yeah.
I didn't.
Not
so
very
you can't
fast.
say, I've never run 5k in my life. Oh, you got a lot of learning to do, our kid. Are commenting on athletes who play for a living makes sense. You fucking clicked on the channel, mate. It's literally a fan channel.
It's a fan channel.
Right? What did you expect?
I don't know. I don't know.
Here's what you need to do. You need to go and have a fucking conversation with yourself. Have a think about what you've written. And then maybe go...
And then,
I don't know.
also,
Play Minecraft
if
or
you can comparing that, go and watch Sky Sports and watch Paul Merson says every week, who did it for a long time, was very good, but still comes out with utter shite every week.
Paul says Fred and McTominay work better if McTominay... but Fred on his shoulders while Fred calls out passing and lanes and man-ons. It's an interesting concept. Not sure it's legal, but let's go with it.
Give it a go.
I want to know, is like rugby union line out shit legal? And if not, why not?
What, like pick someone up and have
Why
a
not?
bit? I don't know. I think it's health and safety stuff.
Bullshit.
I think
Game's
so.
gone. Vinay says Rash's game reduced to crossing only from the right, basically.
It is. It's not the same. You saw it a little bit against the last minute against Wolves where he managed to drive past people. And he does that. He managed to go past people, but it's not... He wants to cut inside. He wants to have a shot. That's what he's good at. And that's why he scored a relatively decent amount of goals this season. He's coming in from the left. It's not happening on the right. With Cavani there, it's... if he's playing on the right and you've got Martial up front, you kind of go, this isn't working. But at least with Cavani there, he's got someone to cross to. And it showed in the Everton game. Great cross. There's actually someone to head it. And you've not got the pressure of Marcus is the only one that can score goals.
Azar says, what does Marshall have to do to get dropped?
To be fair, he has been dropped. For three games now, he's not started.
What he needs to get proper dropped is Diallo needs to get 10 minutes and Ollie go, yeah, fuck it.
That's the thing.
You're in, son.
Yeah, is Diallo obviously not on the bench today, but if he played against Sociedad in the week, scores 2, and you kind of go...
And on that note, Jamie Burton with a super chat says United versus Sociedad could use a lot of youth players. 23s only have 3 subs. Marshall prime years at 25, worrying. Bangs if sold like Memphis, question mark. He probably would go and bang, I think, if he went elsewhere.
Marshall?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd do all right. I think
There's a good footballer there. I'm just not sure what United want is there.
No, I don't think so. I think you've seen that with Cavani coming in. And also with the other signs around Cavani. I think even with like what Tellez has done this year, with what Shaw's improved on and been asked to do more with the crossing. Same thing with Wan-Bissaka, been asked to and has improved on his crossing. Rashford moving out to the right and improved. Ollie wants the option to put a ball into a box and someone attack it, which is what Cavani does. And Martial, for as good as the things that he does, will never do that.
Yeah,
so that's the question.
He's never done it, and I'm not sure he ever gets to do that.
No.
Right, you slags. We're only on 349 likes, which, to be honest, we pay Alex in likes. I think he's worth more than 349 likes.
That's all I get.
There's nearly 3,000 of you watching, so do us a favour. I want you to smash that like button like it owes you cash.
And then I can get paid for my tea.
Yeah.
And
we can order some din-dins.
Yeah.
And give it a share if you don't mind as well. Let's get as many people watching
as physically possible.
The only sensible United channel in the world.
Exactly.
Sudashan says, I'm scared the board are going to hang Ollie out to dry when we finish second this year, as they did with Jose. Valid.
It's valid.
It's a valid concern.
It's one of those we need to just... I think there'll be a big signing this summer. I think there will be one. I think that the problem is that you've seen...
Why are you calling you Baggins in the comments? Is that a joke I don't know about?
It's one that I don't...
Yeah, I get it, but I don't get it.
But I don't get it.
I mean, yeah, I get it, but just don't get it.
If you fancy it, that's fine. I don't really care. I've been called a lot worse. Yeah, on that one, I can see I think a signing will happen. I think we'll get a marquee.
A signing.
A big signing.
Fucking treat.
But the problem is...
Tier 1, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, heard it here
In
first.
ITK, will be the
Alex
next.
Baggins.
That'll
There'll be
my new-
a signing.
That will be. There'll be a big
Fucking
signing.
nice one.
There'll be a big signing, but I think we still need 3 to be as good as or to be competing with the likes of City.
What are you getting for dinner?
Don't know yet. Not really thought about it properly.
Really? Mm-hmm. What are you all getting for dinner?
'Cause
I just learnt today that it's Valentine's Day.
that's not good.
Why is it not good?
Because you need to have known that beforehand.
Why?
Usually so you can get something for your lovely wife.
I thought it was yesterday. So I did all that shit yesterday.
Stephen's not very good with calendars and stuff like that. Are you?
Why did I think it was the 13th?
It's never the 13th.
Well, obviously.
Don't know. Is it Pancake Day on Tuesday? Yeah, it's Pancake Day Tuesday. What are we doing for that?
You'll know that one.
Cameron's just gone. You'll know that, won't you, big boy?
Yeah, if anyone wants a producer, Cam's just lost his job. Absent Duck.
Great name.
Fucking hard to read, though. This is all one word. The fuck does that say? Is it bad? I'd rather see the back 5 from the bench today instead, given that we'd have 70% possession, a high line in every set piece in our 6-yard box. Maybe.
I think you're a bit wrong there. I think that the back 5 that's on there.
What's the
is
back
pretty
5
good.
on the bench?
Henderson, Williams, Twanzebe, Bailly, Tellez.
I'm in.
I know you like it. It's all right on paper, but they'll be all over the place. There'll be people booting everywhere.
Do you want to win 1-0 or 5-4? Thank you. Thank you. That's why you should come and watch Stretford Paddock FC when we're allowed to have fans in the
We
ground.
win every game.
Because we've never had a clean sheet, but we win loads.
Clean sheets. Who wants fucking any of them?
Yeah.
It's not like it wins your titles are out.
You don't get any extra points for keeping a clean sheet.
Cameron's just had flashbacks of conceding another goal from a corner.
It's not even cold in here, you dick.
You've got 3 layers.
You've got to be fair, you've got a coat on.
He's got a fleece on.
Right? You've got a
A
coat
fleece. This is hardly a coat. Look at it.
on. Oh. Which makes it even stranger that you're wearing it.
Still in his fucking brain. Anyone else forget how to like the video?
Get rid of the comments first. You have to do that if you're on your phone, and then
Yeah.
there's a little thumb.
Right, there you go.
Press the thumb.
Like the fucking video.
Yeah, just do
You
it.
dick. Who's going to watch along today?
That's one. You can see him. That's Adam McKola. From that small YouTube show we were talking about yesterday.
Oh, yeah, the little grassroots startup
Yeah, yeah.
YouTube show.
Yeah. Here he is. He's in a good mood.
You know what's the matter with him?
I don't know. He's in a good mood. There's also Andy of Tate. There's also Joe Smith.
Graphics got J on it,
Where go?
but Andy
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
decided to come in. So, no J.
So the graphic says J, but it's not J. It's Andy Tate.
Andy J.
Andy J.
Umang says, who do you think the funniest lad in our United team is at present? Not Matic.
Eric Bailly, I reckon, is funny.
Yeah, it's Eric Bailly, innit? Let's be real.
He's
Eric Bailly could just tell you about his commute in and you're going to piss yourself.
he only wears flip flops.
Now, that's true.
He only wears flip flops.
That's true. I saw
Any
him in the
weather.
Lowry Hotel, right?
Flip-flops.
Which is the only... It's essentially a 5-star, but it's not 5-star because it doesn't have proper disabled entrance. Otherwise,
There's
it would be fully
fact.
5-star.
That's a fact for you.
But it's one of the best hotels in the city.
Yeah.
Which city is it in?
Salford.
Correct. Right? It's not even a Manchester hotel. Not a lot of people know that, but the other side, the wrong side of the river, depending on which side you want to be on. And he's just walking around the lobby in his training shorts, shirtless, with flip-flops.
Doesn't give a fuck.
Couldn't find a fuck to give.
No. So I think it's Eric Bailly. Any other contenders? Jesse would have been up there because I think everyone gets on with Jesse.
He's just giddy, isn't he?
It's just giddy.
Who else I think is funny? I think you spend a lot of time laughing at Phil Jones. I'm not sure he's aware of that though. I think he's like, guess what Phil said to me this morning? What?
I don't know who
Ask
else.
me where milk comes from. Ask me if you dilute it. And when I told him it comes from a cow's tit, he didn't believe me.
No.
Thought I was having a laugh.
He's going to find a cow now. So he's out. He got lost. What a goal that is!
Is that Neto?
Neto, the one that's not very good enough that we said the other day. He's just skinned about 4 people and slotted it in.
Morris's mate, good name, says it's my birthday today, turning 24. Hope for a great win today to make the day perfect. Well, it's not perfect, is it? You're fucking locked down, so it's shit. But happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Sky Sports just did a 5-minute segment on De Gea covering his mistakes from 2011. Yet Maguire gets nothing from all the press, media, tabloids, pundits, nothing else. Well, what clangers are you thinking of for Maguire, really? And also, yeah, you're missing the point here, which is the other keepers in the league, maybe the champions. Maybe we should be looking at the fucking clangers from him, perhaps.
Yeah, he's not been good, has he?
Not of late.
No.
Steve, if you're the manager, how do I set this team up? Play style, pressing, starting 11, captain, etc. Watch my preview from yesterday. That's what I do every week before the match.
Plays Tellers. That's the start.
Yeah. Usually we start with Tellers.
And
then we read the rest of it.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. Apparently, we need to transition to the fan score predictions. But he's put hashtag not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. And he's spelt that YHERT, which means not yet.
So, he's not quite got that. But what we do have is we have some extra predictions from you guys.
No, he said not yet.
Not yet. We're going to... I'm
That's what
introing it.
Not yet. But not yet. Not yet.
We're going to have some extra predictions
3
in
minutes.
3 minutes.
Right. Do I feel like Williams and Diallo never spoke? I don't know, Benji. That's on you, mate.
Can you imagine that, though? Do you reckon Brandon and
Who don't like each other in the team? Here's a better one.
Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Who just fucking, goes in that extra bit hard, like you do with him?
Well, I don't do that, because I'm never anywhere near him, because I'm very slow. He usually just gets angry because I'll meg him once every 5-a-side game. He always gets a meg.
He's really, really easy to wind up, but he's not been booked this season. And I don't fucking know how.
He's not been booked this season or punched in the face in his life, and I don't get it. There are two things that
today.
You can't book him here.
Yeah, I can.
You could.
Book me for what?
For fucking dissent, for starters.
Who doesn't like each other? That's a tough one. I don't think that... Well, Rashford likes everyone, because that's just Marcus Rashford. I'm just trying to think of a player.
If he don't like you, proper don't like you.
I honestly don't know.
Look at him coming in here with that shit.
Go on, who do you think? Because I'm lost here.
I reckon Romero don't like Fred.
Really? I don't think Romero likes Henderson. You've come in and took my job of sitting there and doing fuck all year, mate. I was quite happy with that. Doing great.
And look at you, you don't even do fuck all.
Yeah.
You want to play. What's all that about?
What could have happened was I could have stayed here for another year. You
Coming
could have gone
over
out on
here.
loan, played loads of games.
Pinching my job.
So yeah, Romero doesn't like Henderson. But I think it's not like it. I think a couple of years ago it would have been dead easy to do. Like Lukaku, no one likes him. That'd have been easy. Dead easy. Lukaku, all the youth players laugh at him because he's not very good. Which is true.
Oh yeah, have we said this on camera?
I don't know.
So this is how you know it's game over. So the likes of Garner and Greenwood and Laird, when they play little rondos, they take the piss out of Lukaku.
Because he's so bad.
That's bad, innit? One, I love the killer instinct in the youth players to just not even have the respect. And
I think they were doing, like when you're in them 5-a-side, and sometimes even though you're on the outside and you're trying to keep away from the middle, you're stitching someone up by fizzing into them. I think they were doing that every single day to Lukaku. Like, test that, son, and just bouncing off him, and I'm in the middle again.
I love that. Zlatan said to him, didn't he, in the Milan derby, give you €50 for every good first touch you have. What a fucking line that is. What a line!
He's a good footballer.
And what happened? Lost his fucking mind, didn't he, in the end?
He's a good footballer, Lukaku.
Yes.
He's just getting absolutely rinsed by youth players and Zlatan. What else we got? Any more comments before we send over to the lads?
After watching NDD yesterday, I think it'd be a good signing for us to boss the midfield.
You would?
Maybe. I think we need a ball-playing midfielder, though. Thought that was another goal then. It's a replay.
It's a replay. No, I'd like Ndidi. Indeed, I would like Ndidi. I think he'd do very, very well at United. But we've mentioned this before. You can get players out of Leicester, but you're going to pay full whack. It's full whack.
Absolutely ruined.
You've got to play, it'd be 70, 80 million.
What? What are you on about? All right, that's who the thing is.
Yeah.
I just sort of missed who said it. Sorry, but one of the comments was, but Lukaku's achieved records that them lads probably never will. Doesn't matter. Training's brutal.
Yep.
I think you've never been in a dressing room environment where it's like that. They're the best dressing rooms.
And also,
it's fucking brutal with each other.
He's achieved it at Inter Milan. It's not the same as Manchester United, and that's the whole thing. It's not the same thing you've got to deal with. You've got more pressures, and he couldn't deal with it at Manchester United. And if your youth team lads are taking the piss out of you, fucking, it's not. Your time to go.
You ain't gonna do it. Yeah. And he was also a bit of a dick back in training. He was saying he was going to break people's legs unless we sold him. Yeah. Get out.
Yeah. What is that final super chat before we send over?
JT, with I think some Canadian dollars, which I think are a bit like theoretical dollars. If you don't know that reference, grow up. It says, sick of seeing Fred get rolled out every week, especially versus West Brom. Why not give Donny back-to-back 60 minutes? Fred making all these mistakes, Deeney talks about in his shows often. Because he does a very unseen job, I think, for one. And I think for two, Donny was dead after 60 minutes. Do you think he's playing twice in a week?
And the thing is as well, you can't have a player that can only do 60 minutes and go, I have to sub him today.
Yeah,
because what happens if
I agree
two
on
gets
the flip
injured?
side. Give him 30 minutes though.
Yeah, give him the 30 minutes today, but you can't start someone knowing you're going to have to take him off.
Yeah. Yeah, who's nailed that there? Michael Collins says, people in their Donny van der Beek fetish is so boring. I think some people just have to have something to moan about. When what you should be moaning about is Tony Marshall getting another game. And on that, we'll throw through to McKola in a second. But before we do, we've got Big Notch and Rossi Boy Murphy and more with their predictions ahead of today's game.
Paddock match day and Manchester United against West Brom at the Hawthorns. In past West Brom meetings, I've seen Arsenal score 5 against them and Manchester City score 5 against them. I'm hoping United are ruthless and they do the same. The problem is Sheffield United. I hope that it doesn't happen again as what I saw in that game. So my score prediction, I'm going for a 3-0 Manchester United. Come on, United.
Hello Reds, my match day prediction for the game this weekend against West Brom and Man United is a 2-1 win. Let's keep our wave form going.
Hi guys, Ellis Woods here giving my prediction for Manchester United against West Brom in the Premier League. I think this will be a really tough game for United. We've already seen what can happen when we don't take the lower team seriously, but I do expect United to go out and make a statement at the same time as that. I watched West Brom against Tottenham last week and they were just saying, inviting Tottenham onto them, break us down. I think United can do that. Hopefully we get the win. I'm going to go Manchester United 4, West Brom 0. I want to see goals, make a statement and close the gap on City. Up the Reds.
Paddock match day, Notch here, Big Sam. We meet again, eh? The 28th time he's faced us as a manager. He's certainly durable, but he's only got 3 wins to his name in all that time, so let's not make it 4 today. We don't want to risk being 9th if everybody wins their game in hand. But seriously, West Brom could trip us up. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, it is on you to do your spider magic against Pereira, and let's not give any silly goals at the back. I'm still not sure about that. I'm going to say 3-2, but a couple from El Matador. Trust the Notchster.
Energy trophies in the AM. What's happening, people?
All right.
Yeah. You?
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, all right. How are you, Andy?
I'm all right. Bit tired, but yeah, to me, to you. Yeah, I'm okay.
Good.
You all right, Andy?
Yeah, I'm okay. Glad.
You
Excited for the game?
No, it's too early.
What do you mean it's too early? It's 1:30.
I've not had a kick-off at 2 o'clock.
Since Boxing Day?
Yeah.
3
early.
o'clock. I need a 3 o'clock.
Can still taste toothpaste. That's what happens when you wake up at 11 o'clock, though.
Yeah, you've had 4 hours sleep from night shift. It does it. That's why. Apologies if I look a bit zombified.
To be fair, yeah, Andy, you could have went home and went to bed.
It's the love, innit? It's the love on Valentine's Day.
Yes, Andy has decided to spend his Valentine's Day with us today. He was scheduled to be in next week, but he just turned up. It was set to be me, Jay, and Joe.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so
Jay.
we got a phone call from Andy 5 minutes ago, which said, I'm outside. So Andy's here. Andy, West Bromwich Albion today. City win yesterday. It's one of those games that we'd hope they'd drop points in another one of those that has gone with them winning. How you feeling ahead of this one?
I just want to get the 3 points and stay in touch. That's all you can do now. Because if it goes back down to 5 points, then City's game in hands midweek against Everton, and then we'll just see where we go from there.
It feels like they're never going to drop points, doesn't it? As a sort of pessimistic, slightly like, oh, fucking hell kind of person.
They will.
It feels like they're never going to. They're currently on the best winning run of any top-flight English team in history. Did you know that?
Yeah.
They've won 16 games in all competitions in a row.
Well, Liverpool were winning and winning and winning and winning. All of a sudden, hey, Watford 3-0. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
So, don't count your chickens yet.
Yeah, but
I'm not counting them yet.
Liverpool
but
lost that against Watford and still won the league, unfortunately.
No, but
yeah, they did win the league.
no, but they were so far. They were so far in front.
Yeah.
Because they had a blip that month because they went out the FA Cup last season as well.
Wasn't it 11-12 where we were 8 points clear, they were 8 points clear,
vice
or
versa.
vice versa?
12, yeah. So I'm not counting anything, and I'm sure the City players will take it. Won't take it to heart either because it's a long way to go, a lot of points to play for, and they've got to play Leicester away as well.
And also, as much as we all want to win the league, and 21 is coming, definitely,
right?
Maybe,
yeah.
As much as all that is true, Also, we kind of got to just consolidate second, in my opinion, as well.
Oh yeah.
Like if you look at Leicester coming good, beat Liverpool yesterday. Liverpool won't keep dropping points forever. Chelsea could potentially come into the top 4. I think they play later on today. So if you consider all those different things, that top 5-6 places is going to really, really tighten up below City, assuming they were to run away with it.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that we're not going to drop out of that top 4 because it takes 2-3 bad games for it to happen. It's serious. So I don't think that will happen. I think there's 15 games. I think if we win 9 games, I think we get top 4 definitely. And I think we'll do that. But we've got to make sure we're winning about 12, 13 of them games, I think, if we've got any chance of winning the league.
We just slowly watch us fall out the top 4. Stop watching them go.
There's 2 options on the board, though, isn't there? Europa League as well. Leicester's got the same option as well. So win your Europa League, still in the Champions League, but you don't want to be doing
finish 8th. If we don't finish in the top 4 now, this season is a
scenario
is a disaster.
If we don't finish in the top 3 or 2, it's a disaster.
So
not a disaster, but
no. If we finish
it's
3rd, it's not necessarily a disaster. If we finish 5th, it's a disaster.
If we finish 4th, it's failure.
If Leicester win the Europa League and finish 4th, does that place go down to 5th?
Yeah.
So
no. Not if they win the Europa League. If they win the Europa League and finish 5th, they still go in.
No, but if they finish 4th, would the Champions League place go down 1, or has that been stopped now?
I don't know.
We did it a couple of years ago, didn't we? We finished 6th or something like that. Won it.
Big Tony's got a super chat. He goes, just block the toilet. Andy, you got any tips on how to unblock a toilet?
Dino rod. Drain unblocker, try it.
That's way too quick. He's way too experienced.
If you have to, a marigold glove and just close your eyes and just push it around the U-bend if you have to.
What's he been eating?
Dino rods. Yeah, if you have to push it around the U-bend, you have to push it around the U-bend.
I thought dino rods were them things that... Remember when
Aren't
Keith
they like
Lemon
chicken
was
dippers that
first
kids
a
have?
thing? Keith Lemon first came out. So even before Bo Selector, he had like a little series. Oh. What a save. Double save by Ruud.
So whipped cream sales are through the roof this week in the supermarkets. I've heard that.
Is that true?
Yeah, for today. Yeah, for today.
Why is that, Andy?
Don't know.
A lot more desserts being
Explain
eaten.
your joke, Andy.
No. There's dessert, strawberries and cream, and it's not even tennis season, so
Well, explain your joke for us. That
You're thinking, what, putting it on bellies and that? Have you ever had anyone lick whipped cream off your lower back, Andy?
No comment.
No comment! Hey! No comment is comment enough in my books, Andy. Right, let's talk about
Talking
footy.
about your side, Mr. Jesus.
None of this creamery from Andy Tate. Let's start talking about some footy balls. Man United are playing another banana skin after the Sheffield United game. Do you think... I mean, obviously, you expect us to win. We're playing against West Brom, arguably the most out-of-form team in the league at the moment. Are you sort of haunted, not just by the Sheffield United game, obviously, but then the Everton game last week as well, where we were 2 goals up and still didn't win?
I'm a little bit concerned, but they've got to start seeing out games, haven't they? So very angry from last Saturday. It felt like we were mugged by a Scouser at gunpoint. So, you know what I mean?
Interesting.
Allegedly.
CTB in the comments goes, I love this, what he says.
Yeah,
because I live in Thailand. He goes, I haven't used toilet paper in years. Bum guns are superior. Or a B-day.
Yes. No, I prefer bum gun.
Bum guns are great,
yes.
aren't they?
Also
They are
known
quality.
as the anal bazooka. They're so good. It's
The
basically
super soaker of the arse.
Basically, do you remember in the old McDonald's Happy Meals when you used to get the water pistols that look like the characters from Lion King? Well, imagine one of them is perched underneath your toilet seat.
You've got the set, haven't you?
And when you're finished, I've got
the set.
I've got the Zazu, that's for sure.
Once you use a B-day, you can't go back to just wiping.
Yeah, they're fantastic. And it sprays you with depending on where you are, sometimes it's a cold jet, sometimes it's a warm jet. And then you just wipe. But you still have to wipe, though. You don't stand up with a dripping...
No, of course not.
Area.
Sometimes.
You do.
Dripping area.
Right, let's talk about football. I just asked about football.
Loads of dripping areas tonight.
I'm going to ask about your football. I'm going to leave in a second. Don't be so gross.
I want to go home.
It's Happy Valentine's Day for everyone at home. We should have got a little love art thing flying past us. Are you worried about this game, after the Sheffield United game, after the Everton game, that we don't feel safe against anyone at the minute?
We'll win today.
Do you think? I've never seen you so confident. Usually, after about 4 minutes, if we're not 1-0 up, fuck this game. There's no point watching. We've lost.
I think we need to be brutal today and dish out some tough love as in Valentine's Day.
Very nice.
Some tough love and just put them to bed, because if we lose this today, I will question that defence.
Cry.
I'm not happy with De Gea being in net.
No, that's an interesting one. I was gonna come on to that, but no, there's no time like now to talk about it. Why do you think he has brought De Gea back in? I know that I would say that none of the mistakes De Gea made in recent weeks have been like awful clangers. Like he's not like slipped it through his hands like he did last season, but it's sort of, when you see him week after week, it's Henderson, De Gea, depending on the corp. You do see the difference in commanding his box and Henderson's willingness to come out, clear things, go through bodies, be a bit more of a sweeper. Sorry. And then you see De Gea sort of in the last minute of a game that, essentially may have cost us a chance at winning the league, and he's not coming out to the feet of Calvert-Lewin. He's sort of staying in that no man's land. Why do you think he has gone with De Gea, and are you surprised by that?
I think he's gone with De Gea because of what he's done previously over the years. He's very fortunate to have his... he's like 70-80%. The fan base is still on his side. That's fair enough. But you will get the questions. He saved our bacon so many times. But it's
how's the bacon, did you say?
Bacon.
Yeah.
He doesn't get that.
Well, it's a little Steve Bruce reference that me and Adam like to talk about. Well, as Andy said there, Adam, De Gea has saved our bacon a lot of times.
How's the bacon?
But how many breakfasts? What do we have to waste? No, fucking no. How far does that go? The fact that the saves he's made, the incredible games he's had down the years, how long does that keep him in the number one spot when there is arguably a goalkeeper outperforming him at Man United?
It's the old adage, you're only as good as your last game, innit? But
do you believe that?
At the same time,
I like that.
At the same time, if we were to say Henderson's going to become our number one next season, I wouldn't be totally. I don't know if it's.
Why do you feel so nervous to talk about it? Why do you feel so apprehensive? It's not like you.
I feel. I'm a massive fan of Dean Henderson's.
Yeah.
And I truly believe he'll be our number one. But I also believe it may be a little bit too soon for him.
Right.
And a lot of people are trying to force De Gea out the door. And I get it. He's made a lot of mistakes, which have been critical this season. And in the last 12 months, 18 months.
Yeah. Arguably, I would say 2 years since the World Cup myself,
fair.
where his dip starts to start.
But at the same time, it's like I said before, if we are going to then decide, all right, De Gea's not our number one no more, I think we need another goalkeeper.
Really?
Because De Gea's not going to stick around and be a number two.
Yeah.
I would back Dean Henderson if he became our number one. But at the same time, I think it'd be a little bit dangerous. So I think we would need someone else. That's why I'm a little bit careful. Like, we should be careful with writing De Gea off too quickly, just looking to throw him to the side, because I think Dean Henderson's still probably 6 to 12 months, 18 months away from being ready, truly ready.
And it's like you said, you can sort of keep Henderson as number 2 for a bit this season, and maybe one more season if we're pushing it. We can't put De Gea as number 2 for any real length of time because he will go. He will have places that he's not going to stick about and be happy being number 2.
Tough.
Not that Henderson is happy with it, but I think you would get less out of De Gea having him as a number 2 than you do, even if he's going through a bit of bad form at the minute. Moving forward through the team, then Adam, I'll come straight back to you with this because I know things you've said about this pairing in the past. We've got McTominay and Fred in midfield. And you have been somewhat critical of them in the past, especially in games like this, where you think, what's the point in having 2 defensive midfielders against arguably the worst team in the league?
Yeah, but also arguably against the worst team in the league. I don't think it's actually even arguable, is it? Are they bottom of the league by far?
No. They're not.
They've conceded the most goals and we've scored the most goals. So that just popped up into my head.
Good idea. Good thinking.
I don't know why that came out. It's a bit of a random stat to tell you. But there you go.
They're not. Look, Sheffield United are still bottom of the league, by the way.
In some games, at home particularly, I don't feel that's got enough creative edge. I don't feel that's got enough... You know what I mean? McTominay and Fred. They're doing one man's job between the two of them. Fred's very wasteful on the ball. McTominay has been very good in terms of his goal-scoring return. But when Paul Pogba doesn't play in that position, we miss him, I think, alongside them or alongside Matic or whatever. And I do actually think Matic and Pogba is our best. But this is West Bromwich Albion. McTominay and Fred is good for that, so I'm not going to complain about McTominay and Fred today. I just find it frustrating, like when we play at home with both of them.
But it's interesting, though, isn't it, that 2 of the games that McTominay has been his best in this season were both against teams that I know Leeds are doing quite well, but I think they're still bottom half of the table. He was brilliant against Leeds. He was very good against, I think, Southampton, and he looked pretty good against Everton as well. So it's not. I know Everton are doing better, but it's not like he's only good against the real top teams. He can do it against the smaller teams, and he can score goals against the smaller teams. What do you think of having them 2 in there, McTominay and Fred? Andy, do you like them in there, or do you think we should have a bit more of a attacking midfield, considering who we're playing?
What's Donny got to do to get a start?
Well, did you think he was good the other night? I wouldn't say it was his best performance.
It wasn't. He played okay. He's still, like you say, he's still finding his feet in it. So Fred has got his experience because he's got like 2 years on him now, and but Fred really needs to, like I say, the passing needs to be better. I mean, a red shirt to a white shirt, you know what I mean? If you pass to a white shirt, it's like, are you colourblind? So the passing needs to be better. I mean, from all United players, especially from Fred, I'm not picking on him.
No.
It may sound like
He made a lot of mistakes in recent games.
He made a lot of mistakes. He does some good. His tackling is pretty good as well. I'll give him that. But the passing needs to be better.
Yeah, and the less said about him in front of goal, the better. It's strange that we've seen Bruno come out and be like, "Oh, Fred stands with us for a laugh at free kicks," and then Ole the other day came out and basically said he's shit in front of goal. It's weird seeing like everyone kind of agreeing that Fred's not that good in front of goal, isn't it? Martial's back in, and Steve mentioned it earlier. Are you surprised Martial's come back in? It's pushed Rashford out onto the right-hand side again. Cavani obviously keeps his place up front, but Martial's starting the game when obviously he's not been in great form. Do you think that's more to give Greenwood a rest, or do you think it's Ole's attempt to go in, Tony, you have to turn it on at some point?
Yeah, the chances are coming now. The game's coming thick and fast, and he's like, Mason may be in the mind for next week in the Europa League. So Martial's got to take this chance, and he's got his. You can't question his work rate.
Yeah.
Sometimes he can do the skill, and we've all seen it, and I'm backing him. I mean, look at the hate mob. Everyone turned on Lukaku. I don't want to see that happen to Martial.
What do you think, Adam? Martial, obviously, someone you're a big fan of.
It's the kind of game
where are we up to with him at the minute?
I think you got to. I think some of his performances have been better. His performances have been inconsistent, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I can't remember what game it was, but I remember after it thinking, he's not scored or anything, but his performance hasn't been too bad. And I went online and everyone was just mental again at him. And I think at the moment, it's if he doesn't score, he hasn't had a good game. And obviously, as a number 9, you're going to get judged on your goals, like you have to. We all kind of have laughed at Firmino saying, well, yeah, he does all the build-up stuff and that, but has he scored enough goals? So, you know, you get judged on your number of goals, on your number of goals as a number 9. But today, I don't think it's a last chance. I still think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is seeing something in his contributions to the team. And that's why he's starting him in a lot of games. And I think today is the game where, look, I think Cavani at the moment is our main number 9 in terms of the number 9 position. Or our first choice number 9 at the moment in the pecking order. So I don't think you need to risk. He turns 34 today, I think.
Yep.
You know, I know he's still very fit, but we shouldn't be playing him every single week. Do you know what I mean?
But what's the alternative though at the moment? That would be my question.
This is the alternative. This is a very good front three.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this front three?
Well, Cavani's playing.
Shit, is Cavani playing?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I thought Greenwood was playing.
No, Greenwood's come off. Cavani's playing.
Sorry, yeah, Cavani is playing. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go back to sleep.
But do you think, though, that maybe he doesn't... Well, you're suggesting there that he's going to need a rest at some point. Greenwood's off. Rashford's on the right.
The thing is, Rashford's better from the left. That's why you got to perform in it. And I do actually think sometimes Martial's performances have been better than Rashford's. But Rashford will pop up with an assist or a goal.
Yeah.
And that's what you're getting judged on. He's got 16 goals, 12 assists this season.
I think that's right, yeah.
Ridiculous return. And I don't think Rashford's really got going.
No.
Can I just say, I've noticed this the last few games, even my dad's picked up on it when I've had chats with him. It's like, sometimes, you remember last season, Martial and Rashford worked together off the bottom, setting up. It seems now this season, they want to do it all for themselves. I'm not in a selfish way, but
they don't seem to be that kind of like back and forth.
Yeah, they're not linking together. Rashford's not linking with Martial and vice versa. And the same with Cavani. They want to do it themselves when they should like all work as a unit. And we've seen it last season. I mean, some of the goals from Martial and Rashford, like I say, that one from Norwich last season.
They broke Coley and York's record.
Yeah, they did. So we've not seen that this season. It's like, I don't doubt Fernandes can supply them, but they're not supplying each other, feeding off each other.
Because if you look at Bruno with the ball, and this isn't a dig at Bruno, in that his first thought isn't always the pass. Do you know what I mean? Where Donny van der Beek may think, or another, all right, where's this pass? His first thought a lot of the time is, where's the shot? Rashford's the same. Greenwood's the same. So if you're a number 9, like look at Cavani against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Me and you have both said when Cavani came, his movement is elite. His finishing is just below that.
Yeah.
He needs 3-4 chances. He'll get you a goal every game. If you look at Liverpool, Salah, Mane, Firmino, they get 3-4 chances each a game.
It's like goal yesterday.
We don't create enough chances, and it's down to what he alluded to there. That link-up play is gone. Obviously, we have moments like Rashford's fantastic cross to Cavani, and we have those things, but I haven't seen as many like good 1-2, little 3 players making a little move, and I haven't seen as many. Remember the goal Martial and Greenwood got against Bournemouth? Was it Sheffield United? Sorry.
Yeah.
At home. No. Who was it? But it was a sick little.
Yeah, Sheffield United. It was at Stretford end. I remember
some of the goals, man, that we.
Some of the link-up play. I mean, you do get little bits. You see a little glimpse. I mean,
some of the goals against Newcastle this season were good.
Yeah.
See the Bruno one down the line, that was brilliant.
I mean, Rashford plays his part. You see him. He set up McTominay on Tuesday as well. That little link, that little pass into that little hole, and McTominay put it in. It's just not getting shot. It's not getting used enough.
But then again, though, we have scored the most goals of anyone in the league this season. So it's not as though we're not making chances. We obviously are, because we're scoring them. So do you think some of it's a bit more just that we need to spread those goals around a bit more rather than 5 and 6 and 9 in one?
We have spread them around a bit, though.
And that's the other thing. We actually are doing pretty well, so there's not that much to criticise,
Maguire could
is there?
score more. I think
He's the one who you're looking at to get those goals.
Should stop shooting.
Yes.
But I do think we can get more goals from the defenders, But
what about the
Wan-Bissaka's
attackers for a start?
Well, we all know that. Our top goal scorer from last season isn't scoring.
Yeah.
Cavani needs to start scoring
Greenwood
more goals.
again, not really kicked on.
But look, there's a reason throughout this whole season I've never brought up Greenwood's numbers, because it's his second season. He had a few issues at the start. He hasn't had a pre-season. There's a lot. He's a young boy. He's not the one I'm expecting goals from. Do you know what I mean? Martial, I'm expecting goals from you. Cavani, I'm expecting goals from you. Rashford, I'm expecting goals from you. And there's still a lot more to come from 2 of those for sure.
Cameron Matthews with the super chat says, Tony should have started up front to prove himself if he actually wants to be our striker. Martial is too lazy, in my opinion. Love you guys. Keep it up.
See, I think that has become... because his face looks like he's not interested even when he scores. I think when people see him, then they think he's not working.
But when you compare the amount of runs that Cavani does to Martial, that's...
People used to do this to Berbatov and Tevez. Like,
yeah.
Bruv, players are different. They're all... Martial brings some things to the team that we don't have when Cavani plays there. Like someone that the ball will stick to. He will look for the passes into other people. So I think that's unfair to say, oh, well, it's like saying, oh, well, Rude did this and Rooney did that. It's like they would have done 2 different things, do you know what I mean? And you're also comparing him to someone in Edinson Cavani, who at 34, his movement is elite. Now, he can pick up a lot from that. And I'm not saying here that he shouldn't be learning from him and adapting his game, but they're different strikers. And I think just because someone looks a certain way doesn't mean they don't care. People did this with Paul Pogba. You see Bruno Fernandes, you'll never say that about him because the way he plays looks
frenetic and full of energy, isn't it?
I think people would have been saying it about Cantona if he played for this team.
People said that.
He don't care.
And also, that's the thing. But that's the thing, isn't it? It depends what you value more because, you know, Martial doesn't make the runs that Cavani does, and the same with Berbatov. But you know, Berbatov got more goals in that season than Tevez ever. I don't think Tevez ever got 30 goals for United, did he?
Tevez got 5 goals for us in that season when everyone was crying about him staying.
But again, it just depends because I think Martial doesn't make as many runs as Cavani and maybe be better. But if you wanted to criticise Cavani, you could say, oh, he's too slow. He's much slower than, you know.
But everyone's
got weaknesses.
Work rate and movement are 2 different things, bro.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm making here. Martial has no issues with his work rate. We saw it from Australia. When he got that number 9 position, his awareness, his alertness, his pressing, everything improved from there. His movement in terms of when the wingers have the ball or when the midfielders have the ball, that can improve, but that isn't effort. That is maybe intelligence, maybe awareness, maybe just something you can learn as a number 9 that maybe from playing on the left for a few seasons kind of left him a little bit. I don't know. But I think those 2 are 2 different things, like effort and runs, like because making those runs is sometimes to make those runs, you've got to stand still. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't mean you're not putting in effort. How many times, and again, I'm exaggerating a point to make a point, Messi doesn't move at times because he lets the game move around him. And so it's about awareness and timing of your runs. That's what I think Martial can improve with. And also, he is quick. We don't see it enough.
Yeah.
We don't see him stretch his legs enough.
We really don't because like Rashford
the other day he
finds a way to work that into his game.
He
whereas
closed
Martial
down the
doesn't.
goalkeeper the other day, Martial, and I thought, bro, you haven't moved that quick all day today.
No.
Like, it's like that's the intelligence and the timing.
Number of sprints and all that kind of stat that I'm not particularly
but I think
fond of.
To suggest he doesn't put in effort or he doesn't work hard, if you watch the game without commentators, without thinking, fucking hell, he hasn't scored in weeks, and you see his movements and his pressing, and he's always leading the line, he's always staying in position, he's always shifting across, and that's why Ollie's still picking him, because he is still pulling his weight in terms of doing the other things. And I think in front of goal or around the box, he doesn't let it affect his decisions. He'll still play a pass, and sometimes you need to be greedy.
I've got a super chat here from Dave. There's another super chat, if we can just get it on the screen on the comments just so I can read it, because I did miss one. Mario De Silva says, disagree with Adam about Bruno. He's got bags of assists. He often passes with his first touch, even when the pass isn't on. And Dave O'Sullivan says, are you worried about Axel's lack of game time? Are you worried about Axel's lack of game time, Adam?
I'm not. I haven't really thought, so I'm not. I mustn't be worried because I haven't thought about it much. But
yeah,
so no. But I want him to play more.
Right.
I do think he's a talented player, but he's also. I think it's harsh to blame him for that result against Everton as well. Because at the time, I remember saying, "That's a good free kick to give away. Everyone gets back. You clear your lines, and the whistle's gone."
What do you think? Do you wish Axel was playing a bit more, or do you think
not at the moment because I say the free kick he gave away. I mean, he's positioning for the Sheffield United goal as well.
Yeah, that was
it's just now.
He's not been fantastic the last few times he's played.
He's not been bad, but he's not been good either. He's just been average, and he's been injured, and you know what I mean. So,
takes a while,
but there's always it's like with Donny after the game the other day. Everyone's he's fucking shit, and I'm not saying used to have said that, but it's people jumping on his back, and I think those same people 2 weeks ago were like, he's the answer to all our problems, and we need to start playing him. This is disrespectful, and it's like, bro, how can you expect him to put in a top level performance when he isn't playing every week, when he isn't getting game time, when he's coming on for 3 minutes? Like, you need to be able to play into fitness, especially when we've had no preseason.
An experienced defender does not do a tackle in the 95th minute. But he hasn't got the experience, so there's the catch.
There's that
it's hard for him to get that
situation.
experience, isn't it?
I remember saying at the time, that's a good free kick. So I might be wrong, and you may be right, but I felt at that point in time, it was beyond the 94th minute. All they had to do is head that ball back, and the game's over. And it's like, I don't think because they were breaking at that point, remember? Yeah. So if he doesn't foul him, what happens?
Well, the mistake for me came before that when De Gea didn't just hit it into the corner flag as hard as he could. He chipped it up down the middle of the pitch and they won the header. It's the 94th minute of 94 minutes.
Don't get me thinking
Let's
about
not get into it. Clemo1 says, you have been to Plymouth, Andy? Been to Plymouth?
I've been to Carmel, I've not been to Plymouth.
I'll take it. Adam?
No.
Where is Plymouth?
Like if Man United had played Plymouth, I probably would have been there. But
Green Army.
It reminds me of Ian Holloway.
Yeah, Green Army.
Have you been to Plymouth, Callum? You must have been to Plymouth.
Callum
is it near Ipswich?
He stinks of Plymouth, does Callum?
No, South Coast. Forget about it. The game's kicked off.
Forget about it.
Commentators Bill Leslie and Gary Neville. If you're watching it on telly, don't worry about that though. Get that muted.
What do you think Bill Leslie looks like?
I think he looks like Pat Butcher. What do you think he looks like? Curly hair, lovely couple earrings, always got a pint on the go. What do you think?
What's his name again?
Bill Leslie. Sounds like a snooker player's name.
Yeah, he stinks of coffee, Bill Leslie.
Yeah, of course he does.
Geography teachers.
John Coffey, though, the actor. They live together, they're roommates. Thrown to West Brom. Headed away by McTominay. Who is he? Is it me? Or is Scott McTominay... Not obviously his goal output is significantly increased. There's no, everyone can see that. But I think he's better at bringing the ball out than he was. And I think the runs he's making are why he's getting more goals, not just because he's having more shots. I think he's doing more creative and attacking runs. Do you think he's trying to add that to his game, McTominay? Do you think he's purposefully going, I need to be better going forward if I want to keep my place in this team?
He's not a he is a box-to-box midfielder, so he's going to get forward, I think. He's a very traditional... Scott McTominay could play in a 4-4-2.
Yeah, I agree. Across the...
Are you fucking shitting me, bruv? Who is that? I don't even know who he is.
He's just fucking ridden Victor Lindelof's back there.
Lindelof is cack.
I need to see that back again. Fucking hell.
Fucking
1-0 West Brom.
Is this like...
Is this
that run again where we've gone behind away from home?
So they've won a header. Step through two there. Ball out to the right hand side. Just plays it back, drifts it in.
That's poor. That's
climbing
That's
on Lindelof
awful.
a bit there.
That doesn't happen with Eric Bailly. I'm sorry. I see so many goals and I think Bailly doesn't get handled like that. Bailly doesn't get handled like that. Lindelof, you're wet.
He said,
"Nah, that's soft, bro. I don't want to hear it, bruv. I don't want to hear it. You've
no
got
excuse.
To deal with that.
He's fucking.
He's in front of him.
He's got his hands in his fucking eyes.
Oh no!
He's got his hand on his face like that with his fingers in his eyes.
You are in front of him.
Yeah, I'm not... Again, this comes back to De Gea getting fouled against Sheffield United with Billy Sharp. Just fucking go through him. I agree, Lindelof is soft there, and he's often soft. He's got his hand on his face with his fingers in his eyes and acting like, he's not really done much. Come on. He's all over him there. And, fair enough he's not giving it. I'm not saying it's a definite foul.
Lindelof had already made the mistake. It was already going to be a goal. His hand went over his face for a split second. I don't think he purposely did that.
No, I'm not
saying
saying
they're both grappling for the ball.
Football's a physical sport. Jesus Christ.
He's doing that, and Lindelof's gone low. Why is Lindelof so low? Make yourself bigger.
Yeah, I don't know what's gone on there. Lindelof's fucked up. But that's what I'm saying. He's all over him, and he is all over him. But Lindelof has got to be stronger there. Got to be better.
fucking joke he is.
I mean, you can't blame De Gea for that.
No, I'm not looking at De Gea for that.
No, I'm
at
not
all.
on about you. I'm just on about anyone like just.
It's a header from 4 yards out. Come on, you can't be blaming the goalkeeper for that. I don't think anyone would blame the goalie for that, would they? It's literally Lindelof has to not lose the header in the 6-yard box.
I don't even
That's
know
it.
who he is, bro, and he's just scored against us.
Fuck's sake. Great start for West Brom, innit? The exact fucking opposite of what we needed as well. Although, how many is it? 7 games we've come from behind to win away from
Sam
home this
Johnson's
season.
going to have a fucking worldie now,
Of
isn't
course he is. Former United goalkeeper.
When the FA Youth Cup with Pogba and them? No, was it? Was he in that one?
I'm not sure.
2012 won it at City, didn't they?
Wait, what?
They won the Youth Cup. Oh, not again.
Who the fuck played that pass?
There you go. Come on, Fred.
It was someone over there, McTominay or Wan-Bissaka or someone like that in that area. It was an absolute hospital pass.
People saying De Gea should have got it.
Oh,
De Gea needs to claim it. I think they mean the crossing. For me, that's not. I'm quite willing to criticise De Gea's ability to command his box. That was quite a low cross, which is why Lindelof was like that. I don't think the ball was in the air for long enough for him to come and get it. I'd have to see it again with a view to whether De Gea should have come. It didn't stand out to me that De Gea should have claimed that cross. Did it to you?
No.
Inside the 6-yard box, though, you can maybe ask the question. But
Lindelof was weak.
It's on Lindelof, that one. That's a brilliant pass. Rashford.
Shoot, man. Fucking hell.
Wan-Bissaka. Brilliant pass from Bruno there. Fred, it's it.
Why are you shooting, Fred?
It's honestly, he needs to have a 20 grand fine every time he has a shot. It's fucking ridiculous. Brilliant pass around the corner.
Oh, Harry
Bruno
Maguire
there.
throws his ball out the window. Oh, fuck. Harry Maguire threw the ball.
Rashford should have just hit the ball. Hit the ball there. There's a point where it's on his right foot, and I think he thinks he's a bit wide. He should have just hit it. Because by the time he puts it on his left, 3 men are back on him.
You're not always going to have the perfect chance.
No, I know.
Fucking just shoot, man.
Just hit it.
Might get a deflection like you did against Wolves and it goes in. Wan-Bissaka was really high forward then. Go on, Marcus.
I thought I was going to have a clean sheet today as well.
Fuck that.
We fought wrong.
We've had about 3 all season, haven't we?
But I'm glad we've got their goal early. Fucking, hopefully they just sit.
The worry is, in years gone by, we concede the early one, we have loads of pressure, and they get another one after about 30 minutes, and then you're just fucked. So that's what we need to avoid. Not conceding the next one, as obvious as that sounds. There's been so many games where we've seen that.
I mean, to be fair, we struggled against them at Old Trafford.
Yeah, I know.
We really struggled against them.
Was it 1-0, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a pen, wasn't it?
We've seen some screenshots of the attacker there, and he is climbing on Lindelof. He's got his arm over his one arm over Lindelof's arm and his hand over his eyes. To me, Lindelof has to be stronger there.
Good play.
I think that should be a foul, but in football and in anything, you can't rely on that. You have to just fuck him off and win the header. It's the same with De Gea against Sheffield United. That's why I brought it up. I think it was a foul. But for me, De Gea just has to go through the man anyway.
You can only hope to get them with VAR. You're never going to get them anywhere else.
No.
Oh, great crossing.
Cross.
Oh. No! Ooh. Stop shooting, Fred! Fuck off, man. You are not Brazilian, bro.
Huggy Bear says you have to be able to deal with balls in the air and physicality of the Premier League. Lindelof can't do either. Need to move him on. Adam, would you sell Martial if it meant getting Grealish? You said you'd get rid of Pogba for Grealish earlier in the season.
No, I didn't say I'd get rid of Pogba for Grealish.
You said if
Pogba was leaving.
You said you'd swap him.
Yeah, because Pogba wants to leave.
Okay. Whatever the caveat was, whatever
Grealish,
the situation.
If you got a Grealish that wants to be here and you got a Pogba that don't, there's a simple solution to that problem.
That wasn't my question though. You don't need to defend your point from earlier.
I wouldn't sell Martial for Grealish, no.
Okay. Gucci
because then we'd have how many strikers?
Would you swap Martial for Grealish?
No.
Interesting.
But I'd get Grealish all day long.
Gucci Sensei says, tell Steve to ring up Beans and Rashford and convince him the Trivella shot from the right side to practice it. Sorry. Also, De Gea with a man bun is the best De Gea. That might be true.
You know what? I get what that. whoever said De Gea could have claimed it, I get why they said it now. I've seen that again.
Yeah, I need to watch it back, like I said, with that in mind. But the immediate instinct is Lindelof's got to do better, but maybe, watching it back. But then again, the thing is, even the goalies that are the most keen to come off their line, people immediately jump to mind. Neuer's one who springs to mind, who's
played.
You see highlights of him clearing the ball from the halfway line and stuff. He doesn't just come out for every single cross that comes into the box. Do you know, like...
That's a foul, ref.
Players have to do it for themselves a little bit as well.
Fucking hell. Manhandled Cavani then.
Mardragon says, let's take a second and say it was good attacking too. It was good attacking. But like right on the line of... Like that was more of a foul than Maguire against Burnley, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah. If we scored that, it gets disallowed,
Yeah.
I think. And I know people all say things like that.
Let's just, we can refer to the Maguire one. We don't need to say if we did. We did score a goal that was less of a foul than that, and it was disallowed. Maybe that's this referee wouldn't have disallowed that one, but yeah, it's right on the line, isn't it? But that's what, as an attacker, that's what we have to do. The only way he could win that ball was by sort of clawing at Lindelof a little bit because he was behind him. So he did what he had to do, and the ref didn't rule it out, and fair enough.
Who's this knockoff fucking Todd Cantwell that he's got? Conor Gallagher from Chelsea on loan, apparently.
Mm.
Original fake fucking Todd Cantwell. There's
That's
a
a foul, ref.
Fucking puddy.
It's a booking as well, that. Not even going for the ball. Bring it back then. There's no fucking advantage there, is there?
Best thing about the Hawthorns is a monster Greg's outside it.
Is there?
Yeah, it's a monster Greg's.
How big? What we're saying? When you say monster, do you mean in size or in...
That used to be, obviously I'm from Birmingham,
Greg's?
so that Greg's used to be at event hall.
Fucking hell, that must be big then.
And I went to a lot of like under 18s.
I've never been to a Greg's with a dance floor before.
Oh yeah.
That sounds fantastic.
Turned that place up a few times.
Yeah. It's pasties on the dance floor.
Meat pie, sausage roll. Come on, West Brom. No.
Oh, no, not West Brom.
No.
United.
Yeah.
Although that's what they'd be saying, you're right. Thoughts on the rumours that Netflix are doing a sequel to The Last Dance starring Timo Werner? It's going to be called The Missed Chance. Thoughts on that? Ian Super Chat there. Very nice.
It's good. That.
It's a fun joke, Adam.
Yeah,
enjoy
chance,
yourself for
I
once,
get
for
it.
fuck's
But
sake.
we're fucking losing against the
Yeah, we are
shittest
losing.
team in the world.
I've been doing Netflix this week as well. Pretty good. Some good stuff on there.
There is good. You're just getting into Netflix, Andy.
Oh no, I've
That's not a foul.
just
No! Shoulder to shoulder, you fucking fringe.
E.L. Ronan says, we will win, I have no doubt. There you go.
Nah, I've had Netflix for a while. It's just I've not watched it in about a month, but there's some good stuff on. Like serial killers and all that, and got some more good films as well. So yeah.
Thoughts on serial killers, Andy? You want one in your neighbourhood, but you don't mind them having on telly. Is that what you'd say?
No.
Anyone watch that Night Stalker stuff?
Oh, that's bad. That is scary shit. That.
It's not scary, Andy.
Yeah, it is scary.
It's not scary.
I'm on Andy's side.
It's all connected to the Caesar Hotel as well, and that's a documentary on there as well.
Yeah,
so.
I need to watch that one. Don't
It's
don't
good.
spoil
It's
that.
good.
Don't spoil that. The Francie Brady says West Brom are going to win this by kicking us off the pitch. Now that has been a relatively successful tactic against United.
Well,
Arsenal
back.
did it at Old Trafford. And
back.
who was it the week who did it as well? We drew again. I think Leicester were pretty physical against us as well, weren't they? Leicester and Arsenal are the two that spring to mind for teams that have sort of got up the
We're going to
back of
get
us.
fucking beat by the teams that go down, aren't we? Fuck's sake, man.
Usman with the super chat. Our defensive position is horrendous. Lindelof constantly getting bullied. How do we go from the third best defence last season to one of the worst this season? I don't know.
Because we've opened up this year and started attacking.
Yeah, we're trying to hold the ball.
Diddly spanked.
Aaron Quinn says, does Ole have the balls to make certain changes in the Premiership? Start Henderson, drop in Fred for a few games, give Donny a run, give Axel a run. Thoughts? For me, the thoughts on that is, I think of the three, Henderson has earned a run potentially more than the rest. The thing with Donny is, I think he's looked all right, but I don't think he's looked notably better than Matic when he's played, personally. I don't think he's looked that much better than Matic. So why is... Obviously, the clamour for Donny is that he's new and young and exciting. But I think,
he's
you know,
good as well,
he is good.
He hasn't,
but
got a game
I don't
time,
think he's
has
been incredible when he's played. The same with Axel.
How can you expect him to be, though, and how can you expect them to be? Because they don't play enough. If you only play Bruno once every month, he'd look shit occasionally because you need to be fit, you need to be sharp, you need to be fucking in sync with the people around you. How can you be if you only play once a month? And when you do play, it's with the B team.
Well, that's a problem that you couldn't. Any manager in any team in history has to
good
work
enough,
players in and out of a
better than
team.
Fred, and he's better than McTominay.
But he doesn't do the same job that they do, and that's why he doesn't get on the pitch.
But he'll keep the ball more than Fred does.
Yeah, but he won't
He
win
might
it.
hit a
But he
shot
won't
on
win the
target.
ball as much as Fred. That's the difference, isn't it?
But you can win the ball with intelligence in your positioning.
But does he
with
do
your
that?
intelligence in your? I think he could. I don't think Fred. Everyone's going on like Fred's prime Kante. He doesn't bring that much to the team to be able to say, we have to start Fred. Fucking hell.
I'm not the biggest fan of Fred at all, and I don't think he should have played today. But I at least acknowledge the fact that he's bringing something different to that midfield than what Donny does.
For fuck's sake, lads. You're just in each other's way, man.
Well done, Scott.
It's like the goals. The game plan went out the window as soon as he scored. Solskjaer's going to be fuming again with him privately. Like you say, he'll keep it indoors. He'll keep it in the changing room, but he won't bring it outside.
See, we've got Barat saying, good point, Adam. Van der Beek is too good to be here. He definitely wins the ball more. Imagine Van der Beek at Man City with his one-touch passing moving. And then on the other hand, we've got Can Curio saying, plenty of teams have players come in and play well without much game time. Stop making excuses.
Well, I mean, it's a fucking perfectly reasonable excuse considering no one's had a pre-season. The Eredivisie finished in March. How can you expect this geezer playing for a new team to get in sync with his teammates when he doesn't play games? I genuinely don't understand. Yesterday he was playing. That should have been his pre-season game.
Fucking hell, man.
Who was that? Fred again?
Fred with that pass
Exactly.
Why is he...
But why would you not play Matic over Fred? Someone who does clearly a similar type of job that you can sort of swap in straight away. Why is it for you that it's Donny the one that should be replacing him?
No, it's not.
Right.
Or Matic. I've said Matic and Pogba's our best two.
Matic, McTominay today would have been better than that midfield.
Nah, Matic and McTominay is stiff, bro.
Just too tall and big, like two trees in there, isn't it? You
need something solid. You need a solid midfield.
One midfielder. We got two doing one man's job. It fucking stinks. But today that can't be an excuse. Fred, this is your level, bro. So you should be playing well.
It's like United have not even got going yet.
No,
this is
not at all. Cass says Van der Beek scored on his debut and changed the game at Newcastle. He was good against Newcastle.
Yeah, he scored against Crystal Palace, didn't he?
Oh, for fuck's sake! Play one touch.
This is...
No, calm down, man. It's been 16 minutes. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Making me want to go home.
Uncle Dubious says, I feel diseased. Which I quite like.
It's the hope that kills
Very
you.
dour, but it's a good turn of phrase. That. I feel diseased as well. Fuck me. Watching this is tough, innit?
It's really not that tough. 16 minutes. God, that's fucking...
It is tough, Adam. Let me be the one that's getting upset for once. I'll turn it around later. When we're 2-0 down and you're actually pissed off, then I'll be the one that's happy.
Come on, United.
Adarsh Lang Tassa has said, 6 a.m. in Canada, just woke up for the game, switched on the TV, United conceded a goal, I should go back to bed. Maybe. I mean, surely it's only uphill from here, or at least flat. We might just lose 1-0, to be fair.
Fred gives the ball away again, the fucking clown.
He's struggling at the minute, isn't he, Fred? Is this the worst he's been, would you say, in the last sort of 2 years or so? Since those first few games where he looked really shaky.
No,
since he's made his way into the team.
That is Fred. He'll give you a lot of enthusiasm, work, effort. He'll make a few tackles. He'll make a few blocks. His passing quality has never been good.
No, but he looks shakier and less assured on the ball now than he has done in recent times, I would say. I think he is going through a patch of bad form, like particularly bad. Do you not agree? Do you think he's been this bad for the last 18 months?
Sometimes that will work well, and you'll have a game where, he wins the ball back for you a few times, makes some interceptions.
Fuck's sake, what was that?
I think he fouled whoever was over there on the left. As they made a 1-2.
But it's a free kick to United.
It would be nice to get going, United. It would really be nice if you start passing the ball, pressing. Jesus fucking Christ.
That was aimless, that was.
I think it was for Rashford, wasn't it? But it was never close. Bruno's dropping really deep to pick the ball up. You see that?
Fred's shit and he can't do that job.
Oh, lucky.
If we lose today, then it is a
Chill,
joke.
man, the 70 minutes. Oh, I can't do this, lads. Seriously, just watch.
Sorry.
Just fucking hell. We're analysing the game for the game's finished. Jesus, wept.
But you're watching a game where we're losing 1-0. It's hard to be saying, great. Good tackle, that. Fucking hell. Is Jake Livermore still play for West Brom? He does it, surely not.
I'm not sure. I think he had some issues in his personal life, didn't he?
Did he? I didn't see that.
I can't remember where he's gone now. Is he at Hull?
West Brom.
Oh, he still is.
So
is he on the pitch today?
I don't think so. Unless that's him there. Subabroto Malik has said, guys, give a shout out to my sister Nilanjana so she wakes up. This performance has been awful so far. Wake up!
Wake up!
Sorry.
West Brom was my first game as a kid.
Was it?
1983.
Versus Man United?
Yeah, we won 3-0.
Good lad. NC Surfer said, our passing looks as if we've never played together. Our passing has been shit so far. Well done, Luke. That's a throw into United, surely. Fucking Snodgrass. They've won one game since Big Sam came in. Large
Snodgrass
Samuel.
sounds like a proper copper's name.
Yeah.
Officer Snodgrass.
Quick, boys, Snodgrass is here. Hide it. Found like a special coin in a well somewhere. Hide the coin. Snodgrass's nose in a bear. I love all that.
That's something out of Porridge, that.
Like kids' TV program. Well. Snodgrass walking in. Sorry, Snodgrass. Snodgrass smells like you've tried dog shit, Snodgrass. Tom Hartland with a super chat. I know it's handsome and his GF is top tier. These are the words of Tom Hartland, not mine. But I'm done with Lindelof. His zero physicality has cost us too many times now. Good, but not good enough. But is he better than what we've got available? That's the problem. At the moment, who's going to play ahead of him? Because Bailly's not fit. And you know, as we've said, Axel's not particularly looked great the last few times he's played.
This is where we should have looked at going for. If we was going for the league, I don't know why we didn't invest it in January. Maybe get a loan in or two. So, but the skin tight sods upstairs. Well, Solskjaer didn't want anything.
Yeah. You look around the league though, and around Europe generally, no one really made any business at all in January, did they? It seemed harder than ever. This window was like the least I've ever seen in terms of transfers. So it must have been hard.
Yeah.
It's not like anyone bought big in January, is it?
You sign a couple of Championship players and your defence is knackered.
Yeah, exactly. And then you concede 3 to Leicester a week later.
I mean, lads, we're not in a position to...
You said a minute ago we're trying to analyse the game after it's not even
No,
finished
but
yet.
come on. We've just conceded against West Brom.
Yeah, but have we though? Oh shit,
we
we have.
Definitely have.
Oh shit, we have and all.
I mean, what is going... I can see... That is a mental... Is that a snud that Sam Allardyce is using as a mask?
We all know we brought Snud out, didn't we? It was Tevez, he started wearing it.
Was
The
it?
trend.
See, I think of Aguero with the snood. I don't know why.
After Tevez.
Was
They
it?
got banned, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Quest of Chris said United need a dodgy pre-workout from the 90s. Do you remember the ones that just had like all sorts of like...
What, Insanity?
That was the famous one, wasn't it? Did you ever have that? I didn't have that. My mate used to have one though, and it made you just tremble instead of wanting to do anything. It just made me want to sit down and shake. It's horrible, that stuff. He used to have it before the... He used to like...
Did you used to pop Pro Plus?
No, what we used to do is... So this is what we did. He used to have this pre-workout, and it's always called like Explosion or fucking like Death Trance and all that kind of stuff. And we used to put it... We used to make like a vodka Red Bull, but with a scoop of that in as well before we were going out on a night out. And you're like,
That is a great cross. Oh, did the defender clear that or did it hit Marshall?
The ref thinks it hit Marshall, but he thinks the defender cleared it.
Should have scored that if it hit Marshall. He should have scored that. Well, someone should have scored that.
Great
That's a great
from
cross.
Rashford. Oh, I think
No,
it does
did it hit
him.
the defender?
I think it hits him.
That's
No,
a
it hit
corner.
the defender. It hit the defender.
Yeah.
Off.
The defender cleared it. Otherwise, he's got a tap in.
Fucking referees. Oh, my word.
Good cross from Rashford
That was
there.
a great cross, that was.
You don't normally see him do a lot of crosses, even when he's on the right-hand side. but
And
that
what I
was really
liked
good.
about that was we had Cavani and Martial attacking it.
What's see more of this now?
Like, you had two people attacking that. Martial was tucked in on the back post. Oh, fuck off.
Of course.
Lindelof is dirty, man. Geezer's a pussy.
Playing against Diane, I think his name is. Who, I mean, he's not that much bigger than Lindelof, is he? You looked for a reason why he's sort of just getting pushed about by him, but he's not that much bigger than him. Mark Garside said, the physicality of the goal doesn't make it a foul, but the hands in the eyes surely do. I don't think it's complicated. I would tend to agree with that. I would say that. So to me, that looks like a foul. You can't put your hands over someone's face and over their eyes and like pull forward using their face. But again, Lindelof, got to put him off more, and he's won the header as well there again. I think, same guy. Ball into the box. Yeah, and he did. He won the header again on Lindelof. So that's the problem, isn't it? It's Lindelof's man. He just pushes him out of the way with his right arm and gets a free header inside the box. Like, that's the problem. Whether you think it's a foul on Lindelof or not, and I do, the fact that he's now consistently beating Lindelof in the air shows that whether that one instance he pushed it a bit far or not, we have a problem in the defence there.
Fucking
that
hell.
Lindelof is being dominated in the air by this guy.
Make your fucking passes sharper and cleaner, man.
We've not held the ball well at all in midfield, have we? We've not passed it about and kept it.
Megs.
That was nice, though.
Stuttered.
That's all right. McTominay out to Wan-Bissaka, who's got 2 men on him here. He's found it. He's found McTominay well.
Oh,
That's a
go
lovely
on, that's
one.
it. That's
and
better.
a great cross.
I want to see more of that.
That was
Come
really
on.
good because it was such a
Go on,
time.
Ash.
Go on, Marcus.
Get it across.
Cross it.
Help him.
Well done. Found Bruno on the edge.
Bit shit. That is a bit shit. That pass was, man.
What from Rashford?
Yeah.
Bit better though from United. Good play from McTominay and Wan-Bissaka down the
West
right
Brom,
side.
everyone behind the
Drill
ball.
it in the 6-yard box. See what happens, man. You got Cavani and Marshall in there now. Thought he went for a difficult pass to Bruno on the edge of the box. After he'd done really well to get away from the defender. Squared him up. Wrong decision. Fred.
That's a good touch as well.
Wan-Bissaka's played well down his right.
Yeah, he has.
It's helping Rashford out.
Strange seeing most of our play coming down the right hand side, isn't it? Which is down the year. In the last 5 years, I've seen that about 6 times. Whereas today, almost all of it's going down the right, down the left this time. But here you go. That's the thing. Well, Luke Shaw's done really well there, and he's found Bruno, who's tried to flick it around the corner. Back to Fred. A bit more pressure from United. This is what we haven't had. We've not had a... That's a shit pass. Fred stopped his run as well. We've not had consistent...
His way to pass sometimes sauce, man.
Bruno, you said you're talking about.
Yeah, like that was a heavy pass. Why is it so heavy inside?
Yeah.
Go on.
Press him.
Good pressing.
Lucky Bruno.
Go on. Wan-Bissaka pressing as well. It's a bit late though. It's after the fact, innit? It makes the pass and then you start pressing.
And I look
him.
how stretched Lindelof
You've got to be there so he
he
can't pass it
on
to
the
him.
wing. McTominay's had to tuck in.
Yeah, see, Lindelof's been dragged way out of position here because Wan-Bissaka
But
pressed
that,
late.
that was because of
That's not Lindelof's fault, yeah. And then now you're crossing the ball in and it's a free header. And
Shaw's headed it at goal.
Jesus.
And
Did
has
Shaw
to tip
just
it
headed
over.
that at
I'm
goal?
not sure. You got Snodgrass and Luke Shaw.
Snodgrass should not be winning a header against any defender.
No.
So first off, if he's won that header, you need 2 slaps. He has won that header.
Yeah.
You need 2 slaps. Bruv, what the
Luke Shaw's
fuck, man?
6
You're
foot as well,
pussy,
you know.
Man.
Luke
I'm
Shaw's
sick
not
of these
5'6". Corner to West Brom. De Gea screaming at his defence. We look so shaky every time the ball comes in the box, don't we?
It's not good, is it? It's a bit dire.
It is. Short one from West Brom. Plays it back to him. Hits the back of his own player with the cross and goes out for a goal kick to United. Got away with one there. Don't mind it when they do that, but fucking hell, that's 3 times now they've played the ball into the box.
This is where
the
you
goal, the one a minute ago where I guess it's Dan or Diagne maybe, heads it over the bar with the free header, and then Snodgrass again there beating Luke Shaw to a header 3 times already. They've put the ball in 1 headers.
Yeah, 3 times in the mixer it's been put in, and they've had their 2 chances out of 3.
Ridiculous, really, isn't it?
Yeah, this United side is below par this first half an hour nearly.
Yep.
I understand you've got to be patient and that, but you should be pressing.
Yeah, we just held the ball for a few minutes as well, for the first time in ages. And then as soon as we give it away, we're just giving away chances.
Better.
Great cross in.
Corner. Nope.
No, it's Sam Johnson collects the ball well there. Bit better though, getting crosses in. They played the ball off their own players back out for a goal kick from our corner. It was great.
Who? What?
Their corner.
Yeah.
He played it short, did a little 1-2, and then he went to cross it in, hit the back of his own player and went out for a goal kick. So we got away with one.
Oh, come on, Fred. Oh, for Jesus Christ. What are you paying Solskjaer, man?
Sure, with a great pass to Cavani through the lines there, out to
Rashford
Bruno
was
on
just
the left.
inside if he opened up his body.
And Fred can't take it down there.
Fucking useless.
Lindelof going all out there. Did you see that? Lindelof going, right, fuck this. Just went through the back of his man there, gave a free kick away in the air.
Shame he didn't do that after 2 minutes.
Well, it would have been a penalty if he did.
Tough shit. At least we would have had a chance of saving it.
Is he going to book? No, I thought he was going to book him for a set then. I think Lindelof needed a bit of that, where he just has to show that he's not going to get bullied by him every time.
Yeah, he's not melted like a chocolate.
Free kick to West Brom. De Gea comes out for it. Pretty easy collection there. Maguire out to Shaw. Fucking horrible this, isn't it?
Very slow.
Just got to fight back all the time. And
Very slow pace. Trying to pick a pass. Allardyce's teams are renowned for it.
They are,
Not
but
this
I
Allardyce
was going to
team.
say they've been actually crap since he's come in. That's the difference. It's not like he's turned him around like he normally does.
They had one good performance at Anfield, and that's it.
Well, they drew at City as well, didn't they?
That was before Allardyce came in.
Ah.
And it's just like, we're making them look good. We're making it easy for them. Free kick here, 30 yards out for United.
And you, Fred, walk away from the free kick.
No, he's going to try. Oh, he's passing it to Bruno.
Yeah, we need some quality, man. We need some quality in that number 6 position because Fred is in it.
Yeah, he's not been good again today.
We've created one chance today.
Can't remember it.
So you can't even go, we need more from our strikers. Like, we've literally created nothing for them.
Luke Shaw.
Oh, Cavani made such a good run then.
It's a decent ball.
Did you see that run he made?
What?
Offside.
No, I didn't see that one. Joe's Kindle with a super chat says Maguire is hiding and shirking responsibility. Why isn't he taking charge and pulling onto Diane, or I'm not sure how he pronounces his name, but the guy who scored the goal anyway. Do you think that's his fault? Adam?
No.
Do you think he should be taking charge and saying you're
I
struggling
think
with
he
him,
should do
I'll
that
take him?
generally.
Yeah, I
but
agree.
not in that instance.
You hear a lot. You hear a lot from him on the posts and in the media. Like, we've got to start talking. We work together. There's plenty of leaders. You don't see him talking on the pitch, do you? They just stand there like statues.
Yeah, it's been poor.
It's good to talk, you know.
He's not a leader, Maguire. Or at least he's not a leader vocally. And I think that is a problem when you play at centre-half. He is the B-side to a proper elite defender.
Do we need...
He is not the ace. He is not the real...
Well, my question is...
He's not a Vidic.
But what I mean in that sense is Rio was the A-side. He is not a Rio. He's Bro, if we paid 30 million for him, it'd be a different conversation, I think.
Yeah. I mean, with 8, so you could have got 2 back in the day, couldn't you?
Well, we got 2, didn't we, in fucking Lindelof and Bailly, and look at the state of them.
Done well there. Won a corner, Maguire. I don't think Maguire's done anything wrong this game. I
No, I haven't said that.
No, he's
I
done
haven't
nothing
said
wrong.
that.
But
No one said that.
I want to see more from him now.
But I was asked
Well,
the
what about
question.
that look? Charging into their 18-yard box and winning corners. That's something that a lot of centre-backs don't do. That's a relatively unique
He'll win this header
trait
as
that
well,
a few
but
players have.
He won't score it.
Hopefully he will
Wins
score
every
it.
header.
Luke Shaw puts it in.
Here you
Maguire
go.
don't quite win it almost. You were close. See, look how deep Bruno's dropping. He keeps doing it as well.
What a ball.
Oh, just under hit it. Maguire wins that to Shaw. Again, though.
Played Shaw.
Yeah, well done. Kept the ball there. Just a bit more pressure from United last couple of minutes.
I know, it needs to up it.
I feel like Fred and McTominay getting too far ahead of the game, though. Like, what? Bruno's really deep and Fred and McTominay are really forward.
Yeah.
Why?
I think he's coming because he doesn't trust Fred and McTominay to transition the ball from the defence to him, I don't think. So he's trying to cut them out by taking the ball. Like there, he took the ball straight off Lindelof, didn't he? I think he's trying to do that so that he doesn't have to worry about them two losing it. But now every pass he makes has to be 50 yards long to play it through to the attackers, and it's asking too much.
Solskjaer, get your boots on.
Fucking hell.
We haven't done two. I remember a 2-2 draw there with Belinda and Fellaini scoring. That 5-5 Ferguson. Like we haven't done great there in recent years, you know. We've obviously had a few wins as well, but
United have only had 3 shots at all this game. West Brom have had 2.
no, other way around.
Oh, sorry. They've had 3 shots. We've had 2. 70% possession, 3 shots.
See what I mean? Fred, McTominay, no real quality in their passing.
Yeah, the passing's not good enough.
Look at who City have in their team behind Kevin De Bruyne. Do you know what I mean? The quality there on the in possession is fucking unreal, bruv. Gundogan and Rodri, and I know Gundogan's playing higher up this season, but the passing, the quality, the clarity, something different. When we got a man just giving the ball away every
the chemistry between the City players, it's unreal, but we haven't got chemistry. I don't know what we've got. There's something there, but it never...
Finally got a pass through to Rashford.
Right, come on.
Rashford to Cavani. He's going to shoot. What's he going to do?
McTominay's good run. He's just overhit the pass.
Cavani, that is awful pass. He was in as well.
Great run, McTominay there. And Cavani just hits the ball too hard.
Such a good run. If that's vice versa, McTominay's pass is probably better.
Great run, though. It was absolutely unmarked as well at the back post. Sorry if I'm chewing there. I'm eating a Rennie. A little bit of indigestion, and I'm blaming the match for that.
I thought that was going in, you know.
Me too. When you see that run, and you see that Cavani's seen that run and he's picking it out, you think, one touch, put it back across goal, 1-1. But wasn't to be. Ross Murphy, I thought that was unlucky. It was unlucky, but the quality of that pass from Cavani should have just been better.
Go on,
keep
Fred.
the ball, Fred. Keep the.
Oh, fuck off, Fred.
He got fouled as well.
Foul.
But his pass was shit.
Yeah,
that was a dirty foul. That
jumps into that.
Absolutely stamped him.
Because he goes for him once. That's the thing. He goes for him once just a minute ago, and then comes back in again for a second.
That's like a orange. That one is. I felt like there was some intent in that.
Well, he's got 8 bookings. Bloody hell.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
This is. Oh, come on, United.
Scott, give it Scott.
Oh, don't go back.
You couldn't go anywhere else, Andy. Fucking hell. Where would you have gone then? Where would you have gone then, Andy?
Fucking forward.
But where?
Fucking just forward.
Where though?
Pass the bastard down. Fucking hell.
It's not a fucking game. Fuck's sake.
It's not a game. What's this we're watching? It's called a game.
No, but I mean, it's not FIFA. He's not fucking juiced up in stats. He's going to just run past everyone.
Right, go on, Rash. Go on, lad.
Oh, that's a foul there, ref. Should have took the free kick because Bruno scores that, you know.
Master Coda says, don't attack Joe's precious Harry Maguire. Yeah, don't. On a serious note, we need to find a serious partner for Bailly and make that our first choice pair. We can't be building any defence around Eric Bailly, unfortunately. As much as I like him, as much as I think he might be our most talented defender.
Shit, Marcus is injured.
We're past the point of being able to build a defence around him. collision there with Marcus's knee, wasn't it?
I think he'll just walk it off. He'll be all right.
Corner to United. Luke Shaw plays it in.
Should have took that free kick, man. Bang down
It's the
L2,
near man.
R2. Take that free kick, you puddy.
Adam Morris, Lindelof, all over the place,
Well
creating
pointed.
nothing, and everyone looks off the pace. We look like the side in the relegation zone.
Looks like we've just been dumped on Valentine's Day and are feeling sorry for themselves.
I don't know. We started badly, but
We've had 70% possession. You don't see that from many.
we
teams in
started
the bottom
badly.
three.
I think we've started to get going now.
We need to
although
turn
it's
that
not
into
great.
shots, though, don't we?
We need to. Yeah, we haven't created any chances.
No.
But we're ticking over now. Should get a goal. Be great to get a goal before half time.
Yeah.
Like a classic car, we take time to get going. Oh,
Just warming up in the cold. Almost from Lindelof.
and it is cold.
Yeah, we've not really tested the goalie. We've still got that to come, haven't we? Sam Johnston's incredible saves in the second half.
Oh, shut up.
We haven't even
The last
tested
10
him
minutes.
yet. He'll have about 7 saves in this game. You can bet your life.
He's good at St. Johnson.
He is.
He's great at Anfield as well.
Samfield.
Big fucking Samfield.
Yeah, this half has just sort of fallen away, hasn't it? 39 minutes gone already. That's gone quick, hasn't it? And we've not done
I
anything.
mean, to
with
be
it.
fair, the first 20 minutes felt like forever.
That's the thing with West Brom. Not like we're losing to them, so obviously I'm not taking the piss out of them. But they're not. They don't do a lot, do they?
No,
They've
they
not
don't.
done much at all. They don't really seem to have a lot of quality. Not really much of anything. They chip the ball up nicely. They win balls in the air. They're so limited in what they do, and yet somehow we still can't do anything against it. That's the problem. They don't do much of anything, and still they're beating us, and they deserve to be beating us.
Come on, United. Come on, let's get level. Come on.
Fred into Bruno, back to McTominay.
That shit, Bruno. That shit. Lack of awareness of what's going on around you, man. Simple pass. Come on, bro. You're better than that.
Throw into United.
Get angry at someone, Bruno. Go on. Slap someone. I just want some recklessness going on. Fucking how many fouls, ref?
No, he's not giving that, is he?
Press him. Press him.
Maguire's ball. Play
That's
Bruno.
nice from Bruno. Good header.
Go on,
out
run,
to Luke.
run down the line.
Keep the ball.
Go on, give him back. 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 Fucking hell, lads. That's are you blind, bruv?
Oh, my God. What was that?
Blocked his pass, didn't he? Bruno was trying to play out to Luke Shaw and his pass got blocked.
We missed so many obvious passes, man.
Hey up, Cavani's gone down.
Cavani got kicked.
No, it's not Cavani, it's Bruno. Cavani's
Sorry,
on the edge of the
Bruno,
box.
yeah.
Oh, shouldn't the ref look at this?
No,
They will be.
Ref isn't. But
They'll be looking at it.
it's not even up yet.
No. We've hardly had any penalties in ages as well.
Is that,
Do we?
who's that? Who was that?
It's Bruno.
Is it Bruno?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. You heard him scream, didn't you, and then go down. Rashford.
Rashi.
Oh, come on.
Well done, McTominay winning the ball back
Great
there.
start.
Poor ball from Rashford.
United just cannot win ugly, can they?
Go on, go on. Give him 1-2. Go. Get in the box. Rashford, come feet.
Loads of space for Wan-Bissaka. Needed to be a good
Whip
cross
it.
here.
Whip
Oh,
it real
shove
hard.
it.
Fuck
Hitting
off,
it
man.
near post there. He had all the time in the world to put a ball in there.
Go on, get out of your feet.
Bruno. To
Bruno,
Shaw. Just
man.
about made it. Maguire.
Look
Shoot!
where-
Defense.
Go on,
He's
go
played in
on.
Marshall.
You got to shoot
Use
there.
your left foot. Just slide it across the goalkeeper. We've got to be taking fucking shots in that position. Fuck me. If there's an obvious
Let
pass
it
on,
off,
pass
man.
it.
Let it off. I think he went for Cavani, but you got to shoot there.
So good play from Shaw and Maguire. I don't even see what happens there on Bruno. What happened? I don't know why Bruno fell down. They've not stopped it or anything. Seemingly no check on it.
Unless he's ran into the back of them two, or someone just stepped on his foot innocuously.
Might have tripped and jarred something.
Oh, I played.
That's good.
Oh, fucking hell. Come on, Cavani. Stick it to your feet.
Luke Shaw. Coming back
Come on,
on.
get a goal before half time, man.
Back to Fred.
This will end like
Back to Shaw,
4-1, bro, because these will cry. Oh, for fuck's sake.
We're just too slow on the ball. That's happened about 3 times in the last 5 minutes. One of our players has the ball, looks up, takes a touch, and the pass just gets blocked immediately because, you're meant to be shit. Why are you blocking our passes? Because they're actually fucking trying. Like, we expect him to just stand off and let us win.
Yeah.
3 times that's happened. It happened to Bruno, it happened to Rashford, it's just happened to Shaw.
It's a poor pass to Shaw.
It's a good cross, though. Bruno!
Yes!
Oh, that is!
Fucking
goal,
yes!
Wait,
you know that pass to
Fantastic
Luke
goal.
Shaw, yeah? You know that pass to Luke Shaw was well over hit, and he did well to keep that in and get quality on his cross. So first off, shout out Luke Shaw. Secondly,
what a
Bruno,
fucking finish.
Pogba, Labille
Pogba.
Fernandez. What
So
a goal.
It's Maguire to Shaw.
Look, see
It's a
though,
great
he
cross.
overhit it.
And that's fucking
That is a finish.
Zidane-esque.
But look at the pass.
Yeah.
Maguire's overhit it, and it went away from goal. So Shaw had to change his run and get a good crossing look.
Yeah.
And he does it, and he gets it. I don't know if he was aiming for Bruno.
And it's a bit of a swinger leg hit a shin.
Is that
but
Bruno's
fuck
20th
me.
of the season, 19th of the season?
I'm not sure.
Can we
either
get
one
that
of the two.
confirmed?
That's a brilliant finish. It does it his shin, but who gives a fuck? Great goal. To hit that on the volley there with your weak foot, you might hit a shin.
You've
That's a
done one
fantastic
like that,
finish.
haven't you?
I've done a few, mate.
We've all done one like that.
What did I say though?
We've
Get
all
a
done
goal
one
before
like that.
half time.
Yeah,
We'll win it
great
in the second
timing
half.
for the goal. 45th minute, the goal, or the 44th minute
Oh
potentially.
shit, Fred!
Now we're
Don't
trying
you
to give
put
it
us
away
back
again.
in the fucking
Well
shit
done,
now.
Maguire.
Well, honest, right,
Got
that's
lucky
it. Control it.
Go on, McTominay.
No, it's too quick on him. We've got a few super chats here. Master Coder says, I hear you, Joe, and get your point. This was about Eric Bailly, but Rio and Vidic were notoriously injury prone during our most successful
Take
period.
him out, Lindelof.
But they were still our first choice when fit. The comparison
dodgy.
between Vidic and Ferdinand and Eric Bailly.
You see Luke Shaw there. Luke Shaw is having a go at Lindelof.
No, Rio and Vidic had spells where they
Yeah.
were out for periods, but
Yeah.
they weren't consistently out
and
for
also,
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
The quality, they were much better players than Eric Bailly, as good as I think Bailly is, and they were injured a lot less than him.
But you know
I know
what?
they got injuries, but not this. It's not
This
the
sounds
same thing.
this sounds mental because of what Bailly could be as good as Vidic.
Fuck off.
He could. He's just injured every week.
Yeah.
Bro, when Vidic
Well, he
came
could
in,
be, but that's anyone
when Vidic
could
came
be who's
in
injured.
at the start, it was
Away.
Rio and Brown, bro. And West Brown was domsing things up. And then he got injured, and Vidic got his chance. Bro, if West Brown never got injured, Vidic ain't even a thing.
Yeah, but again, it shows how
Because big
injuries affect
fucking
things.
Wesley Brown,
Corner here.
the
and
long
West,
sight Maldini.
West Brom are doing what Everton did, what Southampton did, what I think Arsenal did it, what Everton did it
Physical.
twice. No, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men inside our 6-yard box, and they're chipping the ball to the near post to fuck up De Gea. And a lot of teams have had success with them. They don't even play the ball.
You slags.
But again, I said it last time when we played against it was West Ham, I think, wasn't it? Where
Ain't that
where
fella from
Henderson
Arsenal?
played. Yeah, Maitland-Niles. They didn't put 6 men inside the 6-yard box because you've got a goalkeeper that will claim the ball even if there's men there.
Come on, say it
Teams
out.
keep doing this against De Gea.
Yeah,
And they keep having
people gonna
success
keep
with it as
doing it.
well.
That team's gonna keep
No,
doing
blow
it.
the whistle, brother.
Come on, ref. Okay, wait. Take it. I will defend it.
Good.
We're actually
McTominay
holding
there.
on at half time against West
Shut
Brom.
up.
If we're
Oh,
Go on, Tony.
Go, Tony.
now you blow the whistle,
Oh,
you
yeah,
Ben
fuck-
John. You
fuck
fucking
you,
bitch.
ref.
How can you blow the whistle there, bro?
Yeah,
How can you blow the
fucking
whistle there,
nutter.
bruv? It was literally 1-on-1. You son of a bitch.
Fuck off,
Suck your
ref.
mum, you pussy hole. Bruv, that's a joke, bruv. What the fuck is going on here, bruv?
That was
4-on-1,
literally like 4
and the
on
one
1,
was the
wasn't it?
goalkeeper.
Fucking
Yo,
breaking away. Oh, blow the fucking
fuck?
whistle. Fuck off.
you see that? We had 4 players running into the West Brom box. He blew for half time. Fucking slag.
What the fuck? We're going to be going over to Adam to Steve Ronaldo in a minute, but
Was you about to say Adam McKola TV?
no. What a first half that was. Fucking all sorts going on. Can we move that so Andy's in the shot, please, on the wide shot.
Don't want to see my face.
I want to see. I wouldn't mind seeing some of it. It's like. Anyway, let's move on from what the referee was doing there, because that was just ridiculous. Try and sum that first half up a little bit for us, Andy. That was a shit show, wasn't it?
Yeah, a bit of a lackluster 40 minutes, and all of a sudden, let's wake up. It's Sunday. Oh shit, we've got it.
Everyone deserves a lion on Valentine's Day, Andy.
Yeah, that's true. Big night for some of these lads.
Work.
They probably spent.
Try the night shift, lad. Try the night shift. 4 hours kit. And still coming doing your job like I'm doing now.
They probably spent 20 grand on some rose petals on the bed Instagram post for their girlfriends.
They've been spending night laying pipe, haven't they?
How
Absolute
dare you?
pipery all over the gas.
Save it for tonight if we win.
Nah, because then they're going to be tired tonight. You can't
No,
do that and cramp up. Man.
They should know their promises tonight. If we win, you'll get your rewards. And if you don't, you're getting sod all.
Yeah, Andy's going to come over.
Yeah. If we win, you get me. If we lose, you get an Andy Tate. Zachary Purvis with the super chat. I once scored a goal similar to that, identical to that. Just a shame it was an own goal. Glory, Man United.
What, Bruno's volley?
Bruno done it, yeah.
I can score goals like that.
Can you, though?
Yeah.
Dickhead. What do you think to that first half, Adam?
Awful first 25 minutes. Slowly came alive. Glad we got the goal just before half time. I still don't know how the referee blew that there. I genuinely.
I just don't understand what's the point.
It felt illegal.
What is the point in doing that?
It felt illegal, didn't it? It felt illegal.
I know there was like 5 seconds. It was 5 seconds past, but they'd had 3 corners in those 2 minutes. You know, like, come on, give us
and the ref's like,
give us 10 seconds, see if we score.
Allocated time.
It would have been 10 seconds.
Time. Yeah.
We were literally sprinting up the other end of the pitch. Give us 10 more seconds. If we don't score, blow the fucking whistle. Like, what? All you're doing there is trying to stop goals from
And you know what it is? It normally is like, you know, if Martial, because it was Martial that had the ball, right? If he passed it, the ref would have blew the whistle. Yeah. And I get it. But he held on to, you know, in FIFA, when you know at the end of just before half time, if you keep the ball, he's not going to blow the whistle. But if you pass it, he's going to blow the whistle.
Mane at Anfield just before half time. All the Scousers, they're ready to go.
Ridiculous. And he blew. Right, let's throw over to Steve and Ronaldo for the halftime show. They didn't see that last thing at the end there, but let us know what did you think of the rest of that half, because that was absolutely mental, wasn't it?
What's going on? Make sure you head over to stretfordpaddock.bigcartel.com. Check out all the new merch. Remember, members get 10% off. Go and do it now. See you later.
Ten minutes later, I had a good line then. Coming straight off the back of fucking Adam talking about Tony Marshall going through. What did you say?
Oh yeah, someone was tweeting that Marshall would have fucked up the counter anyway. But me and you know he would have buried it though.
He would have ran through, kicked the keeper and hit it wide.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
Marshall FC lives on somehow. Listen,
don't concede early, lads. Should we start there, shall we? 1 minute 21 fucking seconds.
Realistically, I've not seen that. What's he? Diagne. Never heard of him till today. So that's usually what happens. Play a team like this. You never heard of the guy. Never heard of the geezer.
New signing, doing all right.
New signing. And
he was. I mean, in my preview, I was like, this guy's obviously going to play because he's a threat.
And he's come on and he's bullied Lindelof. He's literally won every single aerial challenge.
Did we say right? So Lindelof has won 2. Now I said this while we was watching the game.
Yeah.
Now, a couple of stat merchants have sort of been fucking stroking himself off about the percentage of aerial duels that Lindelof wins. The problem with this is, for me, Lindelof wins headers in one area of the pitch. And it's right on the halfway line. And it's from a goal kick usually. And it's that easy one. It's fucking high up in the air.
Unchallenged, kind of.
Sometimes unchallenged, sometimes challenged. He wins those. The problem is, I can't close my eyes and think of when we've maybe been moving back towards our own goal, maybe on a bit of a counter, a team's whipped a crossing and he's fucking got his napper on it. Can you remember one instance of that ever happening?
Nope, because West Brom have got their head on literally every single cross.
I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about since we signed him. All I can remember is him being bullied in our area. And that's my issue with Lindelof's heading ability, is that he doesn't win those headers in our box. He doesn't... That's his weakness.
That's his weakness, but that's also... It's a weakness you almost can't have as a centre half because
Rio says I'm a stat merchant when it's convenient. No, I use stats to build a bigger picture, but you can't mask certain things with stats.
Like defensively today, because we need to speak about it and it needs to be addressed. Because in the second half, it's not gonna all of a sudden go away. West Brom play a certain way, and it is that aerial kind of airstrike kind of play. Play style, a very direct race on the league. If they'll get a free kick just inside our half and they'll cross it in from there. And if we don't win our headers and we continue to be so feeble and so lightweight and so weak defensively, we're going to get caught out again because we've got another half to go with this, and it's just not good enough. I couldn't believe what. Obviously, it was a foul. Let me get out. It was a foul, but
I'm not sure.
I still want my centre half to be a little bit stronger.
He don't make a challenge.
I wouldn't have as much of a problem with that goal if the Maguire one wasn't disallowed a few weeks ago.
No, that's fine. Because
if consistency there.
They're either fouls or they're not fouls. For me, it's not a foul, but I also wouldn't have ruled out Maguire's the other week.
But still, Lindelof should be stronger than that. And Gary Neville was saying on the commentary that he wants to see.
Apparently, Rennie's doing punditry. I guess it's not on this channel. Yeah. I don't think so. Anyway, no, he's not in there, is he? And he says it wasn't a foul. I didn't think it was a foul.
No, maybe it's probably okay. I'm saying it could have been a foul because of the fact that the Maguire one was. So I'm just balancing it.
But that was a wrong decision as well.
But
as the FA,
I'm still sticking by the fact that Lindelof should have been stronger, which he wasn't. He got bullied early in the game. He's been bullied throughout, and they've scored. And something needs to be addressed. I know Gary Neville said in the commentary that he wanted to see Maguire go on to I can't say his name. Diagne. Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably
but it seems like Diagne is purposely worked out that Lindelof's a bit of a weak link early and gone on to him.
Of course, this is what I said I'd have dropped De Gea. Because if I'm Big Sam, I'm touching myself looking at videos of De Gea and Lindelof at the moment because I go, I can beat them.
Because people have said that he should have come out for the cross. I'm not too sure about that.
No, I think that's incorrect. Now, maybe a more forceful keeper doesn't allow the line to drop into his 6-yard box.
So deep, yeah.
Maybe that's what a more forceful keeper does. But I'd have been shocked. That's a bit wild to see a keeper coming out through his own centre half.
Because if he does and then fucks it up, then you got that Alisson Becker situation, and then everyone's onto him anyway.
Yeah. So no, I'm not. I think that's being. I mean, it's happened, and you can make a case for it, but it's not an obvious mistake to not come out for that. I don't think.
But we need to be better in our own box, though, 100%. And obviously, we've spoken about the defensive issues. I don't think we've been great at all going forward as well. Been very slow. Been very lethargic and lacklustre as well. Bruno, before his goal, wasn't having a great game.
Fucking hell. Can we talk about the finish?
Finish, though. Finish and a half.
Oh, my God.
Come off his shin, but still a great contact and a great goal. What do you think of Rashford on the right? He seems like... He looks like he just promises a lot and then he messes up at the end. And
he's
looks
created a couple of chances for people. Yeah. I mean, should we have a look what he's actually created?
I still think he just doesn't look natural on that side.
No, he's not. And Tony Marshall's offering less than nothing off the left. I mean, can you remember anything from Marshall in the first half?
What I also do remember, Steve, is a Luke Shaw assist.
Yeah, and Bruno did all right to get on it after it was behind him.
Listen,
I think
Luke
he's
Shaw
creating a lot.
And for some reason, Steve still arguing against it.
I think Marcus has created a fair bit from the right-hand side, but you limit his game to just that. Like, there was a time when he was inside the box, and he's got no left foot to shoot on. So he hesitates to try and do something else, and you think, if he's on the mirror side of the pitch, this is possibly a shot on target here.
Because the wide, you are right, because the wide players are going to be the key when you're playing against teams that sit back a little bit defensively and 2 banks of 4. Yep. Very compact and narrow. It's width that you need, so fullbacks and wide areas are important. Like Cavani would have a quiet game today, which he has, but that's kind of what happens to lone strikers that play up against teams like this. Obviously, he's probably got 2 men on him at times. He's surrounded by crosses. He's got to kind of rely on moments a little bit.
Big
so
units. You're looking at maybe a little bit of movement, a loose ball like he can kind of snatch something against, and that's fine. That you expect that from a forward, but like I think that when you've got Tony Marshall's completely out of form. I mean, Marcus played on the left. We saw it against Liverpool. Sensational goal and assist from there. But then he's moved to the right again. And you wonder why is there no consistency in Marcus's performance? There's no consistency in his positioning.
No, but still...
And you've told me, if I play you, because obviously you play left...
No, I'm saying it's completely different. The angles are different, it's different. But some of the decision-making that Marcus Rashford does can't be put down to the position he's playing. Sometimes.
Can you just clip that up and send it me, please?
No, I'm going to say it because it can make it. Obviously, you can say there's certain instances where you can tell he's a bit more natural dribbling from the left. On the right, you're a little bit more. But I'm talking about when he actually gets into areas to shoot or to make the pass or to cross and he doesn't do it.
Because the shot's on his left foot and it's not on his right foot.
He had one early on where he had it on his right and for some reason he's faked back into his left when it was a clear opening when Bruno flicked it in. I don't know, but I was surprised to see Thingy excluded from the team today anyway. I think he's been the sharpest out of the front three that we've had. Greenwood.
I went with Greenwood, Cavani and Rashford as my forward three.
Yeah.
I've seen loads of people complaining about two holding midfielders. Like, you're not going to get rid of Fred. You're just not. And you kind of need to play McTominay because you do need an aerial presence in there for the obvious fucking reasons that if you've not seen in the first half, I don't know, maybe go rewatch the first fucking 45 minutes because you need some height in there. People complaining, oh, why no Van der Beek? One of my mates texted me and was like, why are we playing two holding midfielders? I'd rather see in midfield Mata, Van der Beek, or Greenwood. And you're like, you're not going to see Mata in the second half, mate. He's not even on the bench. Donny Van der Beek can't last an hour, so you're not going to start someone who can't last an hour because you've just instantly turned one of your subs off straight away. And if you get an injury as well as needing to take this guy off because he can't last more than an hour, now you're down to one fucking sub. Come on.
I said before the game, I think Pogba would be missed, and I think he has in some senses.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
It's his physicality as much as anything. We know he's got ability and his creativity. Sometimes it can
Do
be a
one
little
thing
bit.
that you don't really notice all the time from Paul Pogba is how good he is defending stuff in our box because of his height.
Yeah, he is good. He's good. He's better than people might think in the air, and he's improved defensively at the latter part of the season as well. So I just thought playing against a team like West Brom, as physical as they are, the fact that Pogba's not in the team would make a little bit of a difference.
Adam Morris says Greenwood, Van der Beek on for the second half. I'd be amazed if he does two half-time subs. I won't mind seeing Greenwood. I don't think you're going to see Van der Beek.
I don't think you're getting half-time subs off Ollie. Doesn't really like making subs till really late anyway.
Sataban saying Maguire's surging runs all in caps. Great question. Ross is deleting. Ross, you don't need to delete. Chill, Ross. Like, just don't delete it unless it's abuse. It's all good. Floating Man says Marshall needs to grow some balls. Me Tune Channel says clear foul for the first goal. Maguire a few weeks ago was ruled out for touching the defender's back with his hand. Yeah, I don't think either were fouls. So both should stand for me. But yeah, I understand if you
just can't have one.
If you cancel our goal out, then yeah. Bay on for Lindelof says Eon. That's a proper fucking kick in the balls for Lindelof, that, innit?
Yeah, I sent about getting subbed.
Rough, that. Unless he goes, I think my ankle's sore. He's like, yeah, good, cool. Otherwise, I'd be very surprised. Harry says, would you bring on Matic for Fred? I think you need to move it around quick. When you've got a team that's sitting in a low block, you've got to start switching it from side to side. And
I don't know if Matic and McTominay midfield.
You're going to get... Right, Okay, who's commented that? Harry, reply to me and tell me why. Why are you thinking that? Because for me, I think you need legs, right?
Yeah.
When you're going to be 70-80% possession that we're going to be in this second half, what you're looking to happen probably, or what you're trying to prevent happening, is getting broke on. You've seen Maguire in the final third. You've seen Lindelof pushes up. Both the fullbacks are in the final third. What happens when you lose possession? You need Fred. You need Fred and you need McTominay because that's what they're going to prevent.
All I want to see is I just want to see a little bit more urgency and a bit of a spark in the second half, and I also want us to be a little bit more diligent and physical in our own box because inevitably that's where games are won and lost, in both boxes. And if you're as shit as we were in our own,
Gravesy
second half can be quite worrying.
Take Fred off, drop Bruno back a bit. Not sure that's likely to happen.
Well, the second half's about to start now. I think has there been any changes? They brought on Danny Furlow.
Right, we're going to send you back through to them lot for the second half. Let's hope there's some more Manchester United goals. And let's hope we get through the first 2 minutes without conceding a shit goal this time.
That would be fun, wouldn't it? A full 2 minutes with no goals conceded in a half. I'd love that, wouldn't you? You'd love that.
Yeah.
You'd love it.
We saw 43 without conceding.
Have you got many West Brom fans for mates, Adam?
Nah.
Obviously, considering.
Is that? I'm not. West Brom's different ends played, Marshall.
No, I know it is.
Oh! Oh, lucky lads. That was a
great
great
defending,
move by
great defending.
Cavani. Who ran through then? Rashford.
I think it was Bruno. I think it was Bruno that ball was to. I know you're not from West Brom, but it's
got a free
near
kick.
enough by.
I used to play football against people like
The
because that's
West Brom
like
folk.
Sandwell, and they used baggies like them man from them areas a bit funky.
What's that? I've got a good mate who's a West Brom fan.
The yams in it, them.
Boing, boing.
Talk me about what the fuck that means.
What?
Yam, you know, like basically when people say, "Oh, that's a Birmingham accent," what they usually mean is that's a black country accent.
Yeah.
And that's how. Yeah, I'm all right and all that. That's how.
Oh, you come from Dudley.
That's West Brom fans, is it?
West Brom and Dudley and that.
So what's a Birmingham accent yours?
Yeah, well, I don't know if I've got a Birmingham, but I don't know. So sometimes I say things and it sounds very Brummy, but there's people that sound more Brummy than me, obviously.
Yeah, of course. So what you're saying is you ain't got any good mates who are West Brom fans, then?
Nah. I got one actually.
That's surprising, isn't it? Of everyone
got
sat
one
on this table,
actually.
I've
I'll tell
got
a
one
lie.
with a good mate who's a West Brom
He's
fan.
not a good mate. I haven't seen him in years. He's a friend,
Yeah.
from college and stuff. Johnny, and he has a West Brom season ticket. Don't know if he still does. But the 5-5 at the Hawthorns, I
Good
remember I
running,
never got a
Marcus.
ticket
Great
for it.
running.
So I bought his ticket off him for 80 quid.
Did you?
And I remember he was
good
he was
defending.
there like
Come on, United.
So I agreed that ticket when I knew that was Fergie's last game.
Yeah.
I knew, boom, I got it sorted. And then as the game kept getting closer, he was like, someone just offered me 400 quid for this. Someone just and I was like, yeah, bruv, you agreed 80 quid. We agreed.
I bought it when the odds were 80 to 1.
Well. He stuck to it.
That's
as well.
good, lad.
I remember that day. I was sat
verbal contract.
I sat in the West Brom fans, and I was struggling to keep my cool. Yeah, obviously we scored 5 goals.
United,
People could tell I was a United fan, but I lost my head when Scholes came on as a sub, and someone went, "I fucking hate Scholes, overrated he is." And I lost my head. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about, bro?" The amount of shit you see in this stadium.
That's
you're calling
fucking Paul
Scholes
Scholes you're
overrated.
talking
Yeah,
about.
You did. It's Paul Labille Scholes there.
What was it, 9 Premier League titles he's won?
And the rest.
How many
Giggs
Paul
had
Scholes
13.
It must have been 11.
So
11
I think 11
isn't
or
it?
12.
Yeah.
Gary Neville might have
has
had
got
9.
9. Yeah. Amazing, isn't it? How many's Beckham got? What, 5
5
probably?
or 6.
Yeah.
So Beckham won it in.
Oh,
Played
great
Marshall.
pass. Oh,
Fred.
Wow,
return from
Fred.
Fred. Keep the
Fred
ball.
did a skill,
Brilliant.
but he didn't do
Wow.
the full skill.
Fred did half a skill.
Because he's only half Brazilian.
Go on, Marcus. Well done, lad. On your right. Find someone. Find a pass. Well done. McTominay to Wan-Bissaka, who's just facing completely the wrong way there.
Oh, God. Wan-Bissaka's body
We've come out of the
weird ways, man.
We've come out of the blocks looking sharp second half. That's a pass from everyone there.
Shit pass, but
Go on, Harry. Go on, Harry. That's all right. We've come out of the blocks a lot quicker second half, haven't we? First 3 minutes, we look sharp. We're on top of the game, and we're actually making runs in behind. Really good running from Rashford before to win that ball.
Well,
on
I
the right
hope
side.
they've had a stern talking to.
I'm sure they will have.
that was McTominay who just floated the ball, but it went over everyone.
Yeah.
That's why Andy started laughing. I didn't realise
He overshot. He overshooted.
He bosses load.
Happy Valentine's.
Impressive.
Oh, good turn, Scott.
Oh, what
Get
a
it across.
turn. I thought he was going to get fouled
Me
then.
too. Because he was halfway down
Yeah.
already, wasn't he? Oh, lovely change.
Ah,
of
he
pace.
sent him
Get in the
sharp.
box,
He's
get
gone
the ball
sharp.
in. Get the
Not
fucking
again,
ball
man.
in.
Oh!
Oh.
Why does he keep look?
He did all right there in
send
the
him
end.
sharp twice, bruv.
He had to do
come
it.
back and then he went, "Go back, you pussy."
You got the wrong middle. I
Twist.
said semi-skimmed.
Twist.
Look
You
at
didn't
that.
need to do the second one.
But in the end, it was the right thing to do.
Because I reckon that in-swinger is a better cross there.
But then you got to trust his left, don't he? Oh, come on, ref. That's a foul, ref. He slipped, gone through the ball and took Bruno out. How is that not a foul?
Don't kick the ball out. Don't kick the ball out. He's all right. He just thinks they've still got the ball. Oh, the ref's done it. No, it's not all right.
Fucking hell, ref.
That's a
I
foul.
don't think it was a foul. But
Just
he's
because he
got
slips
it.
don't mean it's not a foul. He don't get the ball and he gets the man.
Yeah, that's a foul.
He goes through with his
That's a
foot
foul.
up and hits his ankle. That's a foul. I know he's a
That's a
slip.
foul.
He don't mean it. But look at him. He can't do that.
He's trapped his foot under his arse. You see that?
Sat on his foot.
Why are you smiling, bruv? You just injured Bruno? He's
Stop
better say
smiling now.
sorry.
It's
Playing
not
football
sorry.
over the years, you ever took a swing at a ball, missed it, and your 2 knee joints go
It's fun, isn't it?
instant pain.
Your leg is like, oh, bounces back.
You
using your knees, a little
scream.
bounce back wall.
And people are saying, "Get up, you wimp."
No, it's that one. Is Diallo on the bench? No, Diallo isn't on the bench.
See, that's the right idea, but it's such poor execution there.
What's happened there?
Someone's clamped Pereira.
Decent player, him.
Oh, is it the new kid yesterday? Was it the under-18s? He scored 4 against City, didn't he? And he used to play
Hugo.
for City.
Oh, not Hugo, sorry. McNeil, yeah. Hugo scored the other day as well.
Kissing the patch as well. You want to rub it in, lad?
Apparently, he was at United before he went to City, wasn't he? As a very young lad.
Oh, right.
And then came back. That's what I read. I wasn't watching him when he was 6 years old playing for United. He must be a United fan to do that, though. Obviously, he's left City, but to kiss the badge.
And he might have had like a little...
And he's from Droylsden.
Probably grew up in United.
He's from Droylsden.
Fucking hell, Tony.
So, sort of red.
Mm. Yeah, he is.
Don't tell Steve.
I think he knows.
Is that?
Yeah.
That?
Steve knew all along.
Fred with a little check.
Ain't nothing Steve don't know.
It's an absolute bag of shite there from Fred. Who was that? Who was that even theoretically to, that pass?
Bruv, I'm going to tell you something. Fred is shit.
Oh, no, don't say that.
He's going to give you energy and he's going to give you a performance one day, but he's not. He's not good with the football. He's not good with the football.
Mm.
He's good with his body and his energy, and he's running around and blocking people and stuff like that.
Mm.
That's all he's good for.
He's good off the ball, not on the ball. I would tend to agree with that. I think Lindelof is the opposite. I think he's good on the ball, not good off the ball.
We say that, but there's so many times I've seen him just spray passes out of the park.
Well, yeah, but no one who's taking a lot of long passes.
No, but how often have you seen him do what Maguire does there, run through the...
I've never seen him do that. He doesn't do that.
Go up the pitch and play
but
the
what
ball.
Lindelof does is play longer passes. Maguire actually will go in the opposition 18-yard
He had
box.
that one pass this year, didn't he? Whose goal was it?
No, he had a few. He's had a few of them.
No, but he had an assist, didn't he, Lindelof?
He also helped win a penalty, played the ball over to Rashford. I think it was against Leipzig, where we won the penalty from it. Or it might have been against Istanbul, in the Champions League anyway. That's a good cross. Cavani!
Oh, he should have carried on attacking that because it got there. Played Luke.
Yeah, looks short. Oh, I thought he was going to let that go out. Good running from Cavani there. And that's
Whoa!
Go on, Tony.
Come on, that's shit, man. That's shit, bro. Come on, man.
There's a time and a place to do
Because
that.
he could have played it with his, like... he didn't have to do what he did.
I like a back heel, though. If
I
he's
love
ever
a
going to
back
do
heel.
it, inside,
Yeah, I know
2
that.
yards off the touchline is probably where to do it,
But
isn't
when
it?
we're 2-1 up, hey, Cavani. Come on, let's get us
Yeah,
2-1.
don't try anything
Let's
skillful.
not do that.
What we say is, get the ball down, clip it into the box.
No. I love a bit of foolishness like that.
Yeah, me too.
Not when the game's balanced.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's what the difference, isn't it? Something like that. A bit of skill, trickery.
Cavani's going to score in a minute anyway.
Good. Come on, Scott.
That chance there, that ball, I can't remember who whipped it.
Oh, no,
He thought the defender had cleared it, so
Yeah,
he
he
never
did.
attacked it. And the ball went beyond the defender.
No, keep him out.
So
Oh,
good
no.
pass into the box, played across, straight out for a
Jesus
goal
Christ,
kick. West Brom just breaking into
Fucking
United's
back
box.
four will be the death of us.
Not you, because trust me, I am well aware that our defence isn't great. That's a corner, that is.
Is it? No, it's not. Goes through his legs.
Look like it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they don't talk to each other on the pitch.
I mean, they
Bro,
do
you
talk to each
can't
other on the
hear
pitch.
what they're
Come on.
doing, so you've just made that up. You've literally just made it up.
There's no...
You've literally gone, I can't believe they're not talking to each other on the pitch. Without any evidence to the
Seems like
contrary
they
of that.
Just seems like they don't talk.
In terms of as a unit, they don't move as one. They're not one. So you don't ever see one of them control the line. So, like,
You don't see
for
the-
example, against Everton, Maguire should have been saying, boys, I'm line. So no one goes behind me. No one goes in front of me. Instead, he was the one that was dropping off and making everyone potentially be onside.
Say thing is with Rio, Vidic, Evra, Bruce,
Yeah, but
Pallister.
you can't-
There was
not
there
everyone's
was a
Rio and
verbal
Vidic.
defence there. They always knew what was required
But we
of
all
them.
know that this isn't one of the best centre-back partnerships in the history of the world, whereas
But
Vidic
also,
and Everett is. Like, it's
Being
a
verbally better doesn't make
slightly unfair
Victor Lindelof
comparison.
win that header.
No.
He's still a pussy.
I wouldn't necessarily phrase it like that, but I don't think it helps him win the header.
Oh, Roy Keane's on Instagram now, isn't he? You followed him? I am.
Who do you think's posting them for him? Because it ain't him, is it?
Him and his dog.
Some PR team that is walking on an absolute tightrope at all times if they get the tone slightly wrong. I wouldn't have posted that. Okay, sorry, Roy.
There's a TikTok video of Roy Keane as well singing. He looks pretty good, actually.
I think Roy Keane's very shrewd, man. Even like Paul Scholes, like before he retired, it was all Paul Scholes never talks. Now you don't hear it. It's like I think they're playing to a little bit of those things.
Yeah, of course he is. Because you think Roy Keane, like, he was a great player, but there's a lot of players who...
That was exactly what just happened to Bruno. McTominay slipped, fouled him, and they get the free kick.
Yeah, there's a lot of players who were as famous as Roy Keane was from that time who wouldn't get 1 million Instagram followers from posting 2 pictures in 2 days or whatever it is. He's got 1 million followers already. And
mad,
he's managed to corner this market of he's the stern, angry, doesn't laugh, really hard line kind of guy, but in a way that doesn't seem hateful, which is hard to do. It's a hard balance to draw.
Is it same as you get old, you get more like you can have a sense of humour?
I don't know if that seems to be Roy Keane's trajectory.
I think Roy Keane has a great sense of humour. And I think a lot of the time he has us on.
I agree with that, for sure. I agree with that. He plays up to it.
A lot of the time he has us on. And even like what he's been saying about Liverpool is correct. But you know he sticks the needle in a little bit extra because it's Liverpool, isn't it?
Yeah, the way he took down Jamie Carragher last season, that was hilarious. That
played. Oh, you got to get the tackle if you get back.
Big Tony with the super chat. He said, wait, let me wait till West Brom have finished attacking. Because I can't have that being part of the montage of West Brom scoring, me reading the super chat out. Because it is filth. Big Tony says, got the toilet unblocked, lads. Had to get the dino rod out. Hope it doesn't end up in the ocean. Must be a threat to shipping that.
Is he quoting Eddie? He's quoting Eddie from Bottom.
Well Matthew O'Donoghue sent a super chat before that I missed. He said Maguire should have been brought in to be the B-side to a solid defence.
That's not Tony.
He's a very good player. Who could be a great compliment to the right partner. He gets slated because we paid A-side money for him, which isn't his fault.
Shit, that was. Why are you shooting?
That's kind of what you were saying before, isn't it, Adam, about it's not Maguire's fault that we spent that much money on him. It's not Maguire's fault that he's meant to have come in and be the captain and the most expensive player all at once.
Oh, did McTominay's chest. I think it was a cross that hit McTominay's chest. Yeah. Maguire's not. Yeah. He shouldn't be. Yeah.
But how many people are there?
Because he was more than Van Dijk. People thought he was as good as Van Dijk. He's not. They thought he'd have the same impact. He's not. United still need their Van Dijk figure, if you want to say that. We still need that leader in the defence.
Luke, what are you doing?
Nah, that was Lindelof's fault. The pass to him was shit.
That wasn't Lindelof's fault, bro.
Okay.
He literally
underhit the pass, and the defender got there.
But Shaw had the header. It's a small mistake to make considering Shaw's been one of our best players today. So again, I'm not digging him out. I'm just telling you, you're wrong.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you, I don't agree with you.
He headed the ball.
Yeah, the ball.
So the fact that he headed the ball means he could have directed the ball. To a player.
But the fact that the defender got there first means that now, when he's trying to head it, the defender is 50 centimeters from his face, and it makes the header a lot more difficult because the pass was underhit. They both made a mistake, but I think if Lindelof hits that pass properly, it gives Luke Shaw a lot more time, and he's less likely to make that second mistake.
Yeah, but once you win the header, you've got to direct it.
Yes.
Oh, come on, ref. Well played, Wan-Bissaka. Oh, shut up, you tart.
Sammy Ajayi's played well for them so far this season. Scores a lot of goals as well. Well, not a lot, but every time I've seen him.
Come on, Reds.
Megaston.
Press.
Go on, give it him back.
Keep the ball.
I needed it to be down, played. Get it back to him in his
come
feet.
on. Run. Fucking hell, slam that into him.
Oh, fuck off, ref! Needed to pass into space there, man.
You could tell he's pissed off, Marshall.
Not been involved as much. Well, not been involved that much today, has he, Tony, really?
No. At what point do we sub?
Yeah. I wonder, they're bringing Jake.
You bring
Lafleur
one
on
of
now.
Marshall or Rashford off for Greenwood, don't you?
Yeah. I think Rashford has done more in this game than Tony has. Got more balls into the box, and like I was saying before, surprisingly, we've actually played more down the right than we have down the left in this game, which is unusual.
But it's another game. We've created nothing for Cavani.
Yeah.
Absolutely zilch.
That's a foul, ref. That's a booking. That's so fucking
one
late,
chance
ref.
for
That's
him.
so late.
We got a yellow card, referee. Wow. Where was your first half?
Malik Vora says, Marshall isn't working on the left. We need to get Mason on and move Marcus to the left as soon as possible to avoid dropping more points.
Oh, yeah. Agreed
I
on that.
agree with that. Usman says, get Mason on. He isn't afraid to shoot like these lot. I agree with that, but he don't always get the chances to shoot recently, does he? He's not making space for himself the same way. Anyway, free kick to United. Bruno. Wincing slightly as he stands over it. Ball in the box.
It is raining.
Nah, never.
He's given it!
It's a penalty.
I didn't think that was a penalty.
I didn't really even see what happened.
I
Maguire
didn't
got
think that was a
fouled.
penalty. I did not think that was a penalty.
I don't even know what happened.
I'd
It's
have
going
to
to
see it
VAR.
again.
It's going to VAR.
Everything goes to VAR. What's happened there?
Someone's going to get sent
Someone's
off.
gonna get-
They've lost their head.
Yeah,
They've
West Brom
lost
have
their
lost
head.
their head, yeah.
They've lost their head.
Maguire was tripped.
He's offside.
It doesn't matter though. He's not going for the ball. It shouldn't matter that he's offside. He's nowhere near the ball.
Oh, he
if
fell.
if you get a penalty,
Yeah.
you can't be offside and win a penalty.
Why can't you?
You can't be offside and win a penalty.
Yeah, but he was.
Because then you are
he was
you
pulling
are
on the back of
interfering
his
with play.
shirt.
Yeah, but you can foul someone away from the ball and they're not interfering with play. It's still a foul, surely.
I think it's offside. That's what I'm saying. If you're offside,
But you're only offside in relation to the ball. You're not
but if
offside
you weren't
in relation
offside,
to play.
the argument could be if you.
Oh, it's going to VAR now.
Bro,
oh.
chill out. You just literally just said it's gonna go to VAR. So why are you surprised? If you're offside,
right,
you're forcing the defender to act, aren't you? So you being
Not
offside has made
necessarily.
the defender act and foul you.
I don't know that that's the case, though, is it?
He's just heard in his ear.
So it must be onside if they've let it go to the screen, innit?
I don't think it was onside, but for me, I don't see why
That's
it
a
matters.
foul. That's a foul. The
Yeah, he's
more I
got his
look at
hand
it,
on his back.
the more
It's
I
a
think
foul.
it's a foul.
I think you can be offside
Yes,
and
you
not
need to look
interfere
at
with play
this.
and still.
But
it's
you
still
never.
a foul.
You know what Mourinho said yesterday? It's a VAR penalty. He goes, it's a VAR penalty, or he said something like it's a modern day penalty.
Yeah.
There are things now that you would never, ever, ever
That's a VAR
get.
penalty.
That's a VAR penalty. You
Yeah.
don't get that in. Like, I'm surprised the ref.
I
did
can't
it.
believe he did.
I'm surprised the ref had a good view of it though, because the defender almost did that really quick. Why are you still looking at it, bro?
But he's not interfering with play when the foul
No,
is
but
committed. I don't think it matters that he's offside.
He's
For me.
not offside.
He's checked it. VAR penalty. Stuck
He's
with
not
it.
offside. Is my point.
What?
He's not offside.
He is offside.
He wasn't offside because VAR wouldn't have made him go and look at the screen. Because offside is a factual decision, bro. So they would have checked, is he onside?
No,
He is onside.
my point
Referee, go and have a look at the screen. That's what they would have said then.
No
Oh,
penalty.
fuck!
The reason it's not a penalty is because it's no foul, they say.
Huh? But he just...
His knee's clearly offside. He
But
is
they've
offside.
not given offside?
No, I know. Because what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter that he's offside. And I think they seem to be saying that as well, don't they?
That is a foul. That is a foul.
It's
soft. It's soft. It's soft. But I don't
Pushing
know how
him
you can
down.
say
He's
it's
got his hand
no
on his shoulder
foul.
and he's pushing him.
How do you say it's no foul?
Anyway,
I
get on
don't
with
quite
it.
understand that. How you can have your hand on someone's shoulder for multiple seconds pushing them down and it's not a foul.
I didn't think he was at the time, so you know what? I'm not complaining, but I don't get how VAR can say overturn a decision and
Yeah,
say
that's not
no
a-
foul when it's what is it?
Yeah.
Obvious and whatever.
Yeah, that's not an obvious mistake from the ref, is it?
Yeah, it's not obvious. Like, huh?
Is your mic on? I can hear all of that.
How can you overturn that decision? It's not. I didn't think it was a penalty, so fine. But how has that been overturned?
I don't know. I don't understand that, to be honest.
That's a foul on Luke Shaw there.
People saying it's not offside. Yeah, yeah, but Alex Kirkham said he was offside. I think he was.
Bro, but
in an offside
you're
position.
doing my head in about it.
Yeah,
Forget
I'm
the
answering
offside.
this.
But the thing is, if it was offside, they would have fucking shown
But you
it
could
was
see
offside.
from the video, he was clearly offside. You don't think his knee was offside?
They don't.
And his
VAR
foot-
didn't give it as offside.
Yes, because
And
because
if he was offside,
you think they would have.
it couldn't be a penalty if he was offside.
Yes,
you can't,
it can.
No, bro, because you're saying he's not interfering. Bro, you've
Yeah.
been fouled for a penalty. Of course you're interfering. How can you say he's not interfering? So offside doesn't matter.
Who's Mason come on for?
Martial, what you're saying doesn't make sense there. Because you are interfering. You've made the defender foul you.
But what are you interfering with? Because there's where the ball is and what is being played on the ball is play, but off the ball,
pressing.
You're not interfering with play. You're interfering with another player, and to do that, you're allowed to be in an offside position. He's not interfering with play.
Bro,
He's
you've
interfering with
literally
the defender.
Who's involved in the play, bro? You're saying he's not involved in the play.
Right.
He's involved
Have you
with
ever
the
heard
player.
of the term off the ball tackle, off the ball challenge? They aren't in play.
The fact that you're in the box and made a defender tackle
Anyway.
you means you're active
Right.
and you're involved in the game.
Let's move
bro,
along.
how that am I missing something here? What?
So I can't be asked.
Am I speaking English?
If I'm a goalkeeper and the ball's at the other end of the pitch and I run out and I punch their defender in the head, but he was in an offside position, are you saying that's not a foul because he was clearly interfering with the goalkeeper?
But that's
why
not,
would the goalkeeper
that's
punch
an
him
off
in
the
the
ball
head?
incident. No, that's a
Yeah,
red
so
card.
was
It would
that.
have
That
been
was
violent
off the ball
conduct.
incident.
But that's not. That's a completely different scenario. This was in play.
It's just a disagreement, isn't it? For me, if the rule is that, then and that he was interfering, then fair enough. I don't think he was, and I think the fact that what VAR said was no foul by Ajayi, I think it was.
But
it
the
didn't
mere
say
fact you get
offside.
brought down for a penalty means you're interfering, bro.
Okay.
Like,
Alright, fine.
How can you not understand that bit? I don't get it.
Oh, Luke. Come on, Reds. Start pressing.
Rashford thought about it then, didn't he? McTominay. Rashford goes past one on the edge of the box.
Oh, man, just fucking pass the ball, man.
You could see he wanted
Every
to do it.
time, bro.
He wanted to see and do it all himself.
Sick of these greedy cunts, man. Every single one of them. Oh, I want to shoot. Fucking pass to Cavani. Give him a fucking chance. Got an elite striker in the box. We've created nothing for him. Nothing.
He's got a point.
Because everyone wants to fucking shoot.
Everybody's an individual talent, not working together.
The annoying thing is we look better as well. Going up from the start of the second half till the penalty incident, we look better. And since then, it's just been scrappy and shit again, hasn't it?
Oh, this is what you got to do, innit? If you want to do something in the league, you got to win scrappy games. Come on, United. Oh, right, come on, keep it going.
Played it into his ankles there.
No, Fred.
Greenwood.
Good defending. Come on, Reds, come on. Keep this pressure going, come on.
Good defending that.
Yeah.
Because Cavani's beat his man to the near post, put someone in front of that. Cleared the ball away for a corner. Corner to United. Do you think Luke Shaw was always good at crossing and he just didn't cross it? Or do you think he's been like proper practicing his crosses?
Practicing.
He says he lumps one nearly up to the hair.
Oh, go on!
Greenwood!
Off the line.
Tommy! Off the
again?
line again!
It's on the same player. That's great defending.
Fuck's sake.
Press him. Come on, United. Oh, man, he's just... Oh, yeah.
Go on.
Take him out,
Well done.
set.
Between the two of them, Wan-Bissaka and Fred got the ball off. Dian, is it? What happened here? So Maguire wins a header, and it goes to Greenwood. Oh, it's the goalie who saves it. Goalie saves the first one, and then the second one gets cleared off the line.
Straight at him, to be fair.
Yeah, the second one's better. Just a man on the line.
Who took the first one, Mace?
Yeah. Doesn't quite get enough power on it, but it was a tricky shot, so you can't blame him. And then McTominay's blocked off the line as well.
When that goes through the bodies, you're hoping it gets a little
Yeah.
deflection on it.
Played De Gea.
Yeah, that was good.
This game's gone too quick, man.
I know, 70 minutes already.
Very sluggish United.
Shot from
Jesus
30 yards, whoever that is. Cantwell
Not
look
Todd
alike.
Cantwell.
Yeah.
Don't well.
Comfortable really for De Gea.
Can't well.
Straight down the middle of the goal as well. They're looking at Greenwood for that, like he should have scored that chance he had. It wasn't easy, was it?
Oh, yeah.
He got a shot on target on the floor. I don't think you can be too mad at him.
And it was first time to take the shoot, wasn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, he wanted to go in, but I can't be too mad at him. Bruno playing really deep again now, isn't he? He sort of dropped back in the first half as the first half went along. He's doing the same now. Look now. The ball's on the edge of their box.
Where did he score? He was in the box.
Out. Yeah.
Because Fred stinks and can't pass the ball, he's got to go down there.
Oh, no.
West Brom are 2-on-1 here.
Oh, God's sake.
Oh, my Lord. What an
terrible
awful
cross
pass that was.
Overstretched
Why
United.
the fuck did he do that?
That was a chance for them.
Niles and Diallo there was 2-on-1.
What the hell would he do?
Just a shit pass, isn't it?
He's gone to play the sexy one.
Outside of his right. He should have just hit it with his left.
You keep it on the floor, the grass will take a bit off that for you. And it might have done it, but once you put it in the air, you're leaving it a bit of risk.
Go on, Glenn.
Come on, United. This is...
Remember when Zlatan and Jesse fucked these lot up? And Zlatan nearly fly kicked Jesse in his face.
I missed Zlatan and Jesse. Those days, 2017.
Winning the Europa League days.
What a time. Well done, that's a good pass, that. Come on, Fred, keep the ball, well done.
But it's just a slow one, you see that?
Yeah,
McTominay
barely
had to
got
wait
to
for
McTominay, did it?
And he had two men around him. See, Fred was a good option. He could have given... he didn't want to give Fred that ball, bro.
No.
Because he's like, this geezer stinks.
That's a good pass, that. Bruno.
Rash.
McTominay. Mason. Out to Rashford.
Drill that low and hard. Oh, I tried it.
Give him a long time there. That's good from Maguire there.
Good tackle. I thought he was going to get a foul there.
The same man as well that did Lindelof.
Go on. Oh, Cavani's all over the gaff today.
There's fucking 6 men round 2 of them there.
Yeah, his touch was shit, though.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, Bruno's been very quiet second half, hasn't he?
Nah, Bruno hasn't. He's making us tick, He's the one that gets the ball deep, gives it forward, then goes to get involved, receives it back and tries to play the crossing or something.
Silent assassin.
Maguire pushing up.
I think Cavani...
Well done, Luke Shaw's in behind here.
No, don't give a foul there.
It's not, he hasn't.
Oh, I thought
the cross wasn't good
he was going to give a foul against Shaw.
Rashford.
What are you doing, Rash?
That's turd, bruv.
Putting a bit of pressure on now.
That's shit, man, that is.
Have to.
It's all in front. Like, everything we do is in front of our position, man.
We have to win this.
No one trying to get in behind.
Press him, come on. Help.
Fred just giving the fucking ball away.
Shit, bruv.
Well done, Victor. Good tackle.
Nice one, Fred. You just proving why sometimes
Luke kept
you're
getting
average.
as well. Well done, son. It's not sometimes. He just is average.
That's a good ball, though. Out to Wan-Bissaka. Gets tackled.
Did he hold his head as he went down?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off, man!
What even happened there?
Fuck off!
He tried to tackle Wan-Bissaka and then just went down holding his face.
It's his hip.
Oh, that, right.
Oh, I don't care. Fuck him, bro.
He does it his face, but...
His face, not his head.
It's like glancing, isn't it? I think the argument could be made that the face is part of the head. But I wouldn't want to get into another argument with it.
Like a whack in your face, you don't need to see a doctor. Your head, you do need to see a doctor, don't you?
Mate,
that was
Niles.
face.
We've seen a replay of that when it's 2-on-1.
Like, I'd let you
composure or
slap my
quality
face.
there.
But if you slap my head, I wouldn't let you
I'd
do that.
so
'cause
much
that would
rather you
hurt.
slap me on the top of the head. Then on my face. Are you joking?
The back of your head.
I didn't say the back of it. It's not the back of his head, though, is it? The back of the head's not very nice.
Who is he anyway? I can't believe I'm seeing players. I don't know who they are and we're drawing.
Does that say more about you or more about...
They all probably walk past me in Birmingham and I'm just like, yeah, never...
Probably do.
Right, mate. Go on, Bruno, slip him in. Cover. Sammy Ajayi again, the fucking bastard.
Yeah. They are defending well, West Brom. They've hardly made a mistake at the back. That's their game, innit? So it's expected.
Wow, the Don's Meister's coming on.
Donny coming on.
Another 15 minutes. What do you fucking do?
Would you just not make any subs?
That'll get him fit and sharp, won't it? Another
but
15 minutes in the tank.
Why is it the case that he has to
start a game in 3 weeks and everyone, oh shit, it's fucking shit.
But why is it the case that he has to be bigging him up to start
Fred's
every
coming
game?
off. Fred's coming off.
Maybe 15 minutes is enough.
Because have you seen Fred stinking the place out today, bro?
Yeah, but like I said the whole
We've
time...
been persisting with Fred. He can't pass wind.
Fucking hell,
De
De Gea.
you
Fuck off.
shitbag.
No need to make that fucking shot pass.
Well done, Fred. Tominate. That's a good pass to Bruno.
Don't give it, Fred. Ball.
Good
Right
effort.
idea
Just not
again,
enough on it,
wrong
was it?
execution.
Second half, United have had 77% possession in this half.
Bruno always has the right idea.
Yeah.
Well, generally. But until he gets in and around the 18-yard box. But the delivery is not...
Maguire!
Yeah, that's a foul, ref. Fucking hell, are you joking? Well done, De Gea. Fuck me.
Fucking hell, Maguire.
He's giving the foul now.
It now. Has it?
You fucking fool. Why are you giving... What is going on?
Is he not giving that? This fucking... I love it when this starts to happen. When they just go, "Whoa, what did you expect? It's fucking West Brom." That's a foul. Maguire's got the ball and he just fucking chucks him out of the way. That's a foul.
Come on,
oh, well, it's West Brom.
Forward,
you know what they're
energy.
like? They're scrappy. They're hard-working
Go on,
guys.
Mason, go on,
Fuck
man.
off. You don't have to abide by the rules just because you're in the bottom three. Fucking rubbish.
Have a crack, Shori. Al-Shorari. Go on.
Bruno chips it to Wan-Bissaka. Good.
Who's following in?
I mean, it goes
Cavani
straight
should
to the
be there
goalie
all day long.
Right, so Maguire's, is it a foul? Let's be.
No. It's Harry Maguire being a fucking Beyblade again in the box, spinning around for no reason. £80 million, my arse.
Great save by De Gea.
And then a
Yeah,
second
well
ball that he
spelled
won
him
was
out.
good as well, because I think that...
Oh, come on, ref!
It's a yellow card.
Fuck off!
I would have to start punching someone on this pitch if they're dragging me up all like that. Most of them would be in red shirts because we've been shit.
Apologise for swearing.
Apology accepted. 12 minutes. You don't even need a replay of that. It's a clear yellow card. He just pulls him back on purpose.
Maitland-Niles, a little rat.
That's a foul.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Just because you think Maguire's overpriced, don't mean that ain't a foul. He trips him over with his feet. He's got two arms clawing around the side of him. It's a foul. You can't
We've got
do that.
defenders that would
Yeah,
rather
but it doesn't matter.
try and
That's-
hope the
that's
referee give the
irrelevant.
foul than fucking deal with things. That's
Again,
why it looks
I
like
agree
a
with
foul.
that.
It's not
I
a
agree
foul,
with that,
bro.
but that is irrelevant.
It's not a foul.
It is a foul.
It's not a foul. It's soft defending.
You can't just pull someone out of the way just because you want the ball.
Back into them. Stand your ground.
I
Back
agree.
into them.
I
You're
agree.
not standing your ground.
I agree with that.
You've crumbled like
I agree.
You've crumbled like a rich tea, bro.
I agree. I think he went down and he should have been stronger. He should have backed into him, all those things.
So
I
then
agree with
stop
that.
the
It's still a
conversation
foul.
there. No, it's not. Because if he holds, bro, if he's got some big thighs here, if he puts his weight in his legs and sticks his back into that geezer, there's no way he drops and there's no way the guy gets in front of him. And De Gea cleans the ball out. Well, maybe he doesn't do that, but then it would be De Gea's problem. Go on, Harry, get the ball wide. Well done. Fucking hell. Play Mace. Go on, Mace.
Rashford hitting shots from 25
Honestly,
yards out.
why Rashford? Why?
This geezer, bro. Feeding all these kids. How about feed one of your strikers? Huh? Come on, man. You're not prime Ronaldo. Oh, Donny, stronger there, you clown.
That fucking jump he did there. That. Just jumped up and landed like straight where he jumped from. Oh, fucking hell.
I was just about to say Cavani's been poor today. You know what? He hasn't been poor today. He's been unworked. He's been out of action because we haven't given him anything to do. So no, he hasn't been poor.
This is getting to...
we haven't created for him against West Bromwich.
Oh no, we haven't done anything.
Of Albion.
Go on, sure.
Do you remember when Louis Van Gaal called QPR Queen's Park Raisins?
Dude, they were the good old days, weren't they?
Yeah.
Who cares about winning matches? The manager said something funny.
Yeah. We were drawing 0-0 every game. But like, you know.
Queen's Park Raisins.
He told Matt to be horny, so it was all right.
And that time when he fell on the floor and looked at the linesman. I did like Louis Van Gaal.
Oh, wacky Uncle Louis.
Yeah.
Louis Van Gaal's army.
He's great. Oh. I thought Mason Greenwood, they were zoomed in on him then, he was running. I thought he was on the 18-yard box, and they zoomed out. He was like 45 yards out. Well done. Back to Luke Shaw.
We contacted Louis to do an interview. We messaged him. And, we messaged him.
Fucking hell, West Brom players are
and
going
he
down
rejected
all
us
the time.
for an interview in the weirdest way we've ever been rejected. It was something like, Jay, if you're watching this, send me the text or the message that he said. It's funny, bro. I can't even try and guess what he said because it won't be as good as the original.
He's always like that with everything, isn't he? Everything is always a slight twist on what you'd imagine any human being would do.
Yeah.
I think that's why he's so good.
I think he said something like, I have to give you the elbow or something. I don't know. Something to do with elbows or...
Yeah. You're getting elbowed instead. He said, I'll do the interview, but I get to elbow you in the face at the time.
I would have done that.
Would you?
Yeah.
Taken some sort of...
I would love to do an interview with Louis because I reckon
elbow.
he'd go in on the board.
Yeah.
Not when his contract's still been paid.
Well, now that's done now. That's why he started doing interviews. Because he did an interview...
Hush money.
He did an interview... And it's not hush money. It's just part of settlements in football, isn't it? Happen anyway. If you have a job and you get made redundant or something, part of your redundancy will be shut the fuck up.
But
you just won't read it in that way.
At Sheffield Wednesday, I think this same thing happened with Tony Pulis, where they were like, part of the redundancy, you can't talk about the club. And then the owner came out and was like, Tony Pulis is a dickhead, knowing that he can't speak. And then the owner just come out and still bashing him, which is slightly unfair, isn't it?
Did you see?
Come on, fuck off.
Do you remember when?
Fuck him off, ref.
Simon Jordan served a writ to
Steve Bruce,
Ian Dowie in a press conference.
All right. Live on air.
In a press conference. Because he's taking him to court.
Did he?
Yeah, I can't remember what happened with that, but or like what happened in court. But
Yeah.
they definitely went to court.
United just passing it around the back at the minute.
This is so slow. It's
fucking rubbish.
Really disappointing. If this ends up a draw, then, like I say, the league's done after this.
League's done anyway, really, let's be real.
Not if you want.
But this is what you need to... When Liverpool are dropping points, you
Yeah.
want to be pulling away from them
Yeah.
even more. Leicester winning. You don't want them to... Wow, I think we'll be level on points with Leicester now.
We'll be second.
It's a foul.
Right, come on, United.
But he wasn't looking to pass yet again, bruv. He's looking to cut in and shoot every time. It's fucking tiring, bruv. You think Cavani's sitting in the box thinking, oh yeah, this is great watching him just run into players. Cross the ball for him. Create something for him. He's had not one chance today. He was running inside to shoot again.
Yeah, but how do you know?
How do I know? Because what other reason do you run inside? If you're going to cross the ball, you go outside.
He could have passed it rather than just... It's not just cross or shoot, is it? I agree with you, but he's won a free kick. He's not done wrong there, has he?
Come on, Bruno. This is your angle.
I hate this, though, when it's... This part of the game, just 2 minutes just go on one free kick. And if you don't score it, your fucking chances of winning have just been dropped massively. Like, it was like the 83rd minute when that free kick was given, or just after. And everything's taking ages, and the defence takes ages because they want it to last as long as possible.
Imagine Luke Shaw bends this in.
I fucking love it. Go on, Bruno.
23, Beckham's old number at Real Madrid. Go on, Luke. Bend it like Beckham.
Bruno chips it to the back post. Oh, he didn't even shoot, man. It's a fucking goal kick.
What's the point? It's a free kick. What is the point in that? I'm just fed up of this shit, man. Oh, yeah, got a chance to shoot. I'll cross it to these useless cunt that hasn't scored a header in half fucking long.
I think Maguire scored as many headers this season as Bruno has free kicks, so slightly unfair to say that.
I mean,
isn't it?
I think we're entitled to be really.
Are we entitled to just walk off when we get annoyed every 2 minutes?
No, obviously not. But I think the fans are entitled to be really disappointed and angry with the team performance today.
Yeah.
Very lacklustre. And they're as good as down West Brom, aren't they? This is like borderline Sheffield United performance.
I mean, I think they're 1 point ahead of Sheffield United, so it is very similar to that. Obviously, we're not losing at the moment, but there's still fucking probably close to 10 minutes left.
See, champions win at places like this, and unfortunately,
but we're not champions, are we? And,
no.
And
If
we
you
haven't been champions.
If you want to be if you want to be championship material, you win
Yeah.
at places like this.
Yeah.
Like City do, like Liverpool over the years, and now in the last few weeks we've been exposed for what we are, which we are seriously lacking in other departments. We're not there yet. We can do well, but we're not the finished article.
No, there's a lot more still to go before we're getting 90 points a season, but we can still be. See, the annoying thing is, fucking
hell, United.
West Brom have a chance to win the game there, and he puts it over the bar. For me, this is the sort of traditional game where it's a hard game, you don't play very well, and you don't win. But again, when it's back to back with the Everton game, which we made more than enough chances to win, the Sheffield United game, which we made more than enough chances to win, even the Liverpool game, the 0-0, we made more than enough chances to win it. If we'd have won all those, and then you come here and it's a horrible fighting, battling 1-1 with West Brom, we've not really done enough to win this game. You can't even look back and go, we should have missed those chances. No, that's not true at all.
It's true.
It isn't.
How many times do we dominate possession and we don't create any chances? It's
Very
just
rarely.
pot shots.
No, that's not true.
Well, name one good chance outside of the goal.
Yeah, I agree that it's happened in this game, but it's not every game. I just listed about 4 that we didn't win that we should have done. We made loads of chances against Everton last week. We made good chances against Liverpool. 2 really good chances.
Oh, Rashford, what are you doing?
It's trash, bro. That is rubbish, man.
His ankle's gone there.
You could tell he's frustrated, but he's had a stinker today, Rashford.
He's played like this all season. He's just getting goals and assists, which is obviously massive for a player to do when they're not particularly in form. I can think of one good game, just the Liverpool game, where he was top Marcus Rashford this season. He's gone too greedy for goals, man. Hinders his game.
Might have a point there.
Well, Martinez, has Luke Shaw ever blocked a cross from coming in? That's not his strength, is it? He's good one-on-one. He's not particularly good at stopping crosses or being in the right position to stop crosses. We've got the review coming after this, obviously. Hopefully United get a goal in the next 5 minutes or
fuck's
so.
sake, what the pass was that?
Pinned in the comments there. Click on that.
Come on, United.
Brilliant
Come on,
by
Mace.
Greenwood. Come on. Into the box. Pulls it across.
Oh, no.
It's not on anyone, that. Fucking hell. Lindelof to Bruno to McTominay. Wan-Bissaka. Just passing it around in front of him now. Bit of a drive from Lindelof, that's better. And Rashford tries to play it around the corner to him and loses it.
Yeah, I think Rashford has gone off the boil now.
The problem is no one else is on the boil either, are they? That's the problem. You can take turns going off the boil, but when no one else is doing anything, except Bruno. That's a great pass from Luke Shaw into Van der Beek in the box. Back to Rashford. Goes past one.
No, Paddock,
Well, he's got 3 men in front of him.
Bro,
What's he meant
that's
to do?
fucking
Come on.
shit, man.
He's got a player behind him. Why is he trying to take on the world, man? Jesus, 3 players and Donny's rap. He can play the pass back.
Exactly, you go. He's got 3 players in front. So we decide to try and beat them all. Bro, pass the ball, man.
Fucking hell, it's simple. Can't defend him on that, Jay. Yes, Joel.
Not created one chance for Cavani today. I remind everyone. Poor fucker. Been standing in that box, just unemployed.
5 minute stoppage time.
Creating one chance, might score it, you know. Here we go.
Come on, Reds. Come on. Oh, the panic.
And if you create one chance and he misses it, it's like, oh, I missed this chance. And everyone's talking about it after the game, forgetting that it's the one chance we created for him.
Are you going back for you, prick Maguire?
You had no choice there, Andy. I get being frustrated, but you're going to give yourself a heart attack.
That's a good pass from Donny. And the block cross.
80 fucking million for him. Jesus Christ. Captain Gobshite.
Corner to United. Is it 3 minutes left? It's not looking likely, is it? Have we even made a chance in the second half?
Nope.
It's a decent ball in. McTominay wins it. Just bounces straight down and cleared away.
Why is Bruno outside? I don't get it, man. Bruno being on the periphery because fucking no one can pass.
Sure. To Bruno. Hits one. Straight at fucking.
At least he's trying, unlike other players. You can see why he gets fed up sometimes.
Yeah, we've been shit today. We've just not made any chances, have we? Well, we've made some chances, but we've not made nearly enough.
And we've not changed anything either. We may have changed personnel, but we've just carried on doing the same old bollocks, mate. Sometimes you got to change something. Because a team that's just happy to sit in, if you're not giving them nothing to think about, but the same things over and over again, it just becomes repetitive for them. These lads had the easiest game they've had under Big Sam. The easiest game they've had since Big Sam's been there. And that's including a draw at Anfield where they had to fucking work their socks off.
And they got lucky as fuck as well in that, if we're being honest.
They ain't lucky today.
No.
In fact, we're lucky it's not 2-1. And these lot are going down. No if, buts, or maybes.
Yeah, like that's the thing. A draw for, they may get a win.
A draw is a bad result for them.
A draw for them is fuck all. 1 point takes them to 12 points. Like, that's not keeping you up. So we've got
5 points against relegation fodder.
Yeah. In a month. Or whatever, 2 fucking weeks.
Now we're going to be 10 points behind City.
Come on. Who's that? Greenwood. Good defending that, and it just fucking locked onto him. Bruno crossed it in. Headed straight out. 50 seconds or so to go.
Right, come on, one last chance. Come on.
We are dirty.
Where you going?
Sure. Bruno. Come on, get it in the fucking box. Maguire.
Oh, it's in the post, man. Fucking hell, it's took to the 94th minute to fucking get your head on something. Come on!
That's a fucking good header as well, that.
So unlucky there he was.
It's like 12 yards out as well. Cleared away and that'll be it. 3 seconds to go.
We've not created one chance for Cavani today. Huh? You blew
joke.
Full
fucking
time.
joke.
1-1.
It took us to the 94th minute to get a chance.
And he heads it. Oh, it's a great. Did he save it? Or does he just hit the post? I can't work it out. It's a good.
Saved it.
It's just a great save, that. Fucking hell. It's a brilliant header and a brilliant save. I was going to say, we've still got the fucking Sam Johnston masterclass to come. I said it before, and that was it. Last second of the game. Tipped it onto the post. Brilliant save. 1-1, yeah. Another 2 points drop for United, innit?
Pathetic.
Yeah.
Truly pathetic performance.
We'll be back for the review in a couple of minutes. Adam, give us just your immediate thoughts on
West
that.
Brom should have won it. They had a better chance in the game. You don't create nothing for your strikers, you're not going to win anything. And we didn't create anything for Kalani.
Yeah, that round thing called a ball, you go forward with it and try and put it in the net.
It's not even about that, though. We were going forward with it. We just had lack of ideas, lack of creativity. It's all well and good having possession. We did fuck all.
I don't want to hear the
And Ollie
excuses
didn't
later.
change anything.
Don't want to hear
He
it.
didn't change anything. People can say, oh, he made subs. Yeah, he made subs. But what did we change? Made it so easy for them today. Sami Ajayi had the easiest game of his life.
In the space of a week, the league's done.
And these let go down. 5 points dropped against relegation shit.
Yeah, very poor. Very poor.
We need to just get focused on consolidating top 10. Top 4.
Top 10. I hope we can agree.
I'm
that
thinking
top
about
10's
my
on the
Sunderland
card.
football manager save.
Right, me and Joe will be back for the review in a few minutes. The review is pinned in the comments.
Can I do the review?
Click on the
Using
link.
fan cams.
And we'll be back for that in just a minute. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you in a bit.